All
11th.
right, guys. What?
I was just saying it's still the 11th, right?
It is the 11th. Yeah. Okay, so let's let me give you a little recap of what's been going on so far in this wonderful world of Harn, the kingdom of Kaldor. You were knighted. You had a bout with some bandits in the woods, which you dispatched quickly and kidnapped or captured one of them, brought him back to be punished by your father. And then he told you about this tournament in Olokand, which is the number one big tournament in the land. And oh, my cameras are all screwy. Okay, hang on. I think I know why. Because we're missing one person. What I need to do is have, like, I need to make I probably could do that, actually. Duplicate. Yeah, there we go. HarnMaster 2. Okay. Perfect. And now let me move these cameras around. Yeah, so you guys, while I'm moving the cameras, I'll try to do two things at once, which I struggle with. But you guys went to Olokand to the tournament. You I'm trying to see where you're at in the scheme of things. Okay, you on the way there, you stopped at a town and realized that there's a shortage of like horses and stuff like that because anybody that needed one probably has already picked one up for the tournament. And then continued on to Olokand. About halfway there, you ran into a knight on the road with his squire, and he offered to travel with you, or you could travel with him. Either way, it doesn't. It's the same either way. To Olokand, so that you guys could enjoy each other's company and avoid bandits and whatnot. Gaimar tried to goad him into robbing you, but that's not who he is. You just have a suspicious nature, I suppose. And no light. Okay. In your dark and gloomy room. And then let me think. Okay, and then you agreed and you traveled to Olokand. You found out that there is the tournament is already set up. There's a lot of people that already arrived. You split into two teams, the white and the red team. Basically, the white team is considered the royal team, and the red team is traditionally considered the religious team. And but that's only for the melee. For joust, it's every man for himself. There are a lot of knights and squires and men at arms and stuff like that in camp. There's a lot of horses and manure and everything else in the. But I fix this. In the campsite, which you guys decided to go ahead and stay in Sir Emmett's camp. Oh, hang on. Okay, hang on. There's an overlapping camera here. Aha. There we go. And you stayed in his tent, allowing Sir Reynard an opportunity to rest, because on the way there you had also saved a boy and he got his chin bit by a wolf, but it was only a minor wound because he's wearing a helmet, and it healed up nicely into the next day, the 11th. And then on the 11th you registered for the tournament, found out what the prize was. Oh yeah, back up. You also had made an appointment with the Archbishop, and you gave him the money that you were carrying as the tithe for Roganter. And then after that, you found that there was going to be a procession. You saw a schedule. There was not really any activities going on the 11th. Sir Emmett invited you back to his tent that evening for a feast so that you guys can discuss, so he could tell you his strategy, his plans or whatever, and you guys can discuss strategies or plans or whatever. He invited you to fight together as a team. He and you could, clean up, I guess, in the melees. But because you don't have a horse, he offered you to use his horse, but you're afraid that if you lose, you would have to pay for a horse, and it would just a war horse, and it would become too cost intensive. So you guys decided against that. And then you went and explored the town. You saw a lot, or the city, and you saw a lot of... Who keeps banging on the mic? Somebody's banging on their mic. And you went through the town, seeing all the sights, learning where all the shops and things were. And then you also met a bard who sung a song about a knight that had gone missing a long time ago, and it's rumored that he fell into the Oneseptum, and you and his ghost runs around in the city. If his bones were ever retrieved and buried under the castle, that would appease the ghost, or I think, I'm trying to remember the story, but so you visited the Oneseptum, and you see it's a big sinkhole in the ground, and it's kind of like midday and maybe a little bit after midday, and that's where we ended. You would still have eyes on the Oneseptum or whatever, I can't remember the wording, and that's where we begin. Did I miss anything major?
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, obviously I don't think so, but let's see if this loads. There we go, and it is the Oneseptum, and you got your party token down there in the bottom left-hand corner. What would you like to do? Did I reveal all of the shop locations? I think so. I'm selecting. Let's go to GM overlay and try selecting them.
I'm intrigued by the mercenary building 40, but I don't know if that's really the appropriate time for us to be goofing around.
I had missed a couple. I missed the litigant and the embalmer. Okay.
We might need both.
But they are on there now. Yeah, it should be like 1 through 40, I think. 40 being the mercenary camp down here. If I'm missing something in between 1 and 40, then there you go. You found out where the stocks were. You found out where the gallows were. You found the 3 inns, the Amber Inn, which is kind of a Mos Eisley kind of place. It's very it would be where you would go to maybe if you lived on the rougher side of culture. And then the Standing Bear is probably the largest inn. And then there's the Calden Castle, which is kind of the mid-range inn. The Calden Castle and the Standing Bear are both nice, respected inns. Also, over here by the sinkhole, there is a shop. It's the Charcoaler. Okay. You even had a chance to see the shipyard. Oh, I think you even learned about a turtle that lives under the bridge.
Yes. He leaves you alone if you leave him alone, but he is huge.
He is huge, right? You might be considered a monster. Okay. So, what'd you guys like to do? You have the rest of the day. Or we could just jump to the meal with Sir Emmett. Unless you have something you need to do in town. Go ahead. What was that?
Well, we were thinking about some items from the apothecary. I know that Reynard's healed now, so maybe we just wait till somebody's hurt, or get some preemptive.
Oh, right.
Alms,
yeah. Right.
Perhaps.
Right. That might be Is there an apothecary?
Yeah, it was down in the bottom right corner.
Yep, all the way on the edge.
There.
That's right.
Hemorrhin Trail. Is it Hemorrhin? Hemorrhin Trail. Yeah, we should at least maybe go look and see if that's no big deal. And also, I think we need to work on our skill practice sometime tonight.
Okay. Okay, so you head over to the apothecary. And make sure I got the right one here. It looks like your traditional stone base, wooden wall, like thatch style roof. It looks like a home, but on the outside it does have a sign hanging beside the door. Looks like a mortal and pestle or whatever they call those things. This is your pharmacist.
Muted.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're at building 27. I was thinking we're at the physician's place for some reason, but it's a different thing, so.
Right.
Yep. All right.
You didn't go to the doctor. You went to the pharmacy.
So we're looking for we're going in here looking for some herbs and stuff that would give us a bonus to our healing skills.
Sure.
Healing attempt.
Okay. So
wanna go in?
Yeah. Okay. So when you go in, there is a smell of burning wood. It fills the building. Which isn't unusual. Being that it's the summer, though, you're not sure why there would be like a fire going unless they were cooking something, right? Which they probably are. And you go in, and as soon as you step in, you're in someone's living room. You're not it's not like a store. It's a house, right? So when you walk in, you're in the living room. There is a fire. There is something cooking. There is someone eating their lunch at the table. And as soon as you walk in, he gets up and says, "Oh, guests. What may I do for you?"
We were inquiring if there was some herbs or poultices type things maybe we could make to help us heal if we get hurt in the tournament today. Your suggestions would be welcome.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you're here for like wound recovery, like if you get stabbed in the chest by a lance, or are you talking about getting bashed over the head with a mace?
Probably bashed, bruised, or cut. Not likely to get stabbed by a jousting pole. We might get pierced by something, dagger.
Okay.
The wrong side of a battle axe.
Okay.
Is it by wound type, I think? Is it?
I have an assortment. And hands you a scroll with prices on them.
The menu.
The menu.
I read it for you.
Thank you. I can see the numbers. I would know that. But
I don't know. You got math as a skill? No, that's fine.
probably not.
Okay. So you might want to notice bandages. Since you've already used your bandages on someone's jaw. So we have, it's 1 silver per bandage. And it allows a treatment of something that requires a bandage.
And almost all of them do, don't they?
Well, yeah, almost everything does. Everything that's open or cut, per injury level. So if it was a wound of a level 2, you would need 2 bandages. Okay. Now, but there are potions you can also drink. And the first one starts at 150 silver.
What exactly is a cargle?
Oh, that's the plant that I use to make it.
Okay. Do you have a picture of it? No.
I do.
Oh.
I have a whole herb book. But no, he if you want, he can show you what a cargle looks like. It looks like it's got green leaves and it's got like roots and it looks like a plant. Are you an herb lore kind of person?
It's a good the hands of the king are healer's hands, or so I've heard said. No.
Yeah, that's Middle Earth. Okay, let me see if I actually have this book. I'm lying. Let me see.
Okay, I'm going to subtract 1 penny to replace my 1 bandage.
That is perfect.
I will subtract 4 pennies.
And buy 4 bandages?
Pence. Yes, if
Okay.
that's possible.
That is possible.
I'd like to pick up 5, but can you explain it? I can read it says 1 bandage needed per injury level. Now, it doesn't provide any benefit.
It allows you to treat a wound.
Okay, that's
Without the bandage, you can't do it.
that makes sense.
It just
Okay.
it just becomes a non-treated wound. I mean,
Right.
you might be wrap them with a blanket or something like that. That's not a bandage.
Makes sense.
Because
Yeah,
these
I'll
bandages are
five.
actually treated with like healing herbs and like they have disinfectant and stuff like that built into the bandage, so that
And they're
when you
clean.
and they're clean. That's the most important thing.
Okay, yeah, I'll pick up 5 of those just to put in my backpack.
That
It
works.
can't weigh much.
No, they weigh 0.
I'll weigh 0. Okay, good.
Extra maybe.
Boy, those prices are high though. Let's just try not to get injured then.
That ultimate healing is about 4 war horses worth.
Well, there's the alchemy book. Hang on.
We need to get rich in this world.
Yeah. That'd be nice. We're gonna have to work on that.
We have the knowledge to bandage ourselves, but healing takes time. I wouldn't have had to sit around so late. We had one of these.
Right. See, the moderate healing for 250, a lot. You don't have to wait that 12 hours. You just make the roll when you drink the potion. But you still have to make the roll.
Yeah. I
But
will
let-
take one.
But the ultimate healing gives you 10 rolls in case you're like just severely battered and bruised. Now, you
Think
see
I'm
that
gonna- I'm
now
gonna
if you jump to
pick up-
500, that heals 1 level of injury, no roll necessary.
Yeah, I'm gonna get 3 ultimate healings just for the. Just put those in my
Ultimate?
back pocket. Yeah,
Ultimate?
just only 3 of them.
We already gave the feudal payment up, so
You don't have that
we
much.
don't have the money.
You where'd all my money go?
I don't have 15,000 on me. Okay.
No.
The whole holdings payment for the year is only worth 2 of those.
That would be cool, but okay, I have no idea where I put my herb lore. Look. Did I put it under magic? No. Okay. Yeah, so if you want regeneration, that heals 5 automatically. That's just cheaper than buying one of those ultimates.
So, Reynard, you wanted to buy one?
Yeah, I'll buy a moderate.
I found it. Okay. Which is just 1 immediate roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that should be sufficient. It's less of a emergency. Well, I don't know.
Okay,
More
here
of
it
a
is. All right, let's go ahead and do a screenshot because you're so demanding. I don't mind. I don't mind. That's the whole reason why I have this.
Mm-hmm.
We might run across it later. You know.
That's right. I need to.
Hey, Joe.
Hey guys, sorry about that. Lost track of time.
Glad you could
Glad
make
you're
it.
here.
Today's the big day.
Well, tomorrow.
All right. Well, today in the real world.
Tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Tonight is when you go to the dinner.
Right. Big day for Sir Emmett, and he's hosting us in the pavilion. It'll be fun.
And I think it's Cargyle. Maybe I misspelled it.
Well, Mr. Apothecary, I think I'll buy a minor healing. It may come in handy. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that one seems pretty good. Well,
When the healing roll is made, That's after the treatment or during treatment? I don't remember.
You do a treatment roll to determine what your healing rate is, and then after the time passes, you make a healing roll to see if it
so you
goes
still
away.
have to wait the 12 hours. That's just that's antibiotics. It looks like peppers.
With birch tree leaves.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's cargo, and it is used in a lot of the healing potions. It's one of the ingredients.
Yeah. Well, we're technically homeless right now, so that's usable plants are good to know.
Yeah, so if you're interested in that actually worked. Sweet. If you're interested in a healing potion or bandages, or sutures, if you need to do any surgery. Because any old knife will do. But if you need to stitch someone up, you need some sutures. Those are 20 per injury level.
Can anybody do that with their physician skills?
Yes. Yeah. Physician is just how good you're at it. Even if you don't have physician skill, you can do it. You would just have a 5% chance.
Ask
Yeah,
if
and I
I saw a
mean-
lightning bolt into your shoulder. What?
I think Sir Cal was the highest physician skill.
Second highest.
Oh,
Yeah, that was me.
okay.
Yeah.
You're like 49, Rainer?
45, it looks like.
45.
Yeah, these are not inexpensive. Right? These are relatively expensive because the ingredients are very rare, and it takes a while to create them. You don't just walk up and say, "Hey, can I get this?" If he doesn't have it, it might take him a month to prepare it. That kind of stuff. So prices are high. And you know that. I mean, these are normal prices, but those prices are high, in my opinion. To you, they might not be, but but I really like the moderate because, no, not the moderate, the fast healing, because there's no rolls. It's just automatic, immediate. You're right in the middle of a fight, you drink it, boom, you get rid of that injury.
Yeah, they're expensive.
That's expensive. Okay, so after spending a little bit of time perusing the apothecary,
I think I'll buy some sutures if you don't mind.
no, of course.
Forego the healing potion. I'm thinking, guys, that we could go talk to the physician, see what the prices are, to have a physician with higher skill help us. It may, if we have time and we're not in battle, that might be cheaper than potions. If that makes sense. Just plus 20 to healing. I think a physician is going to be plus 20 to my healing.
Yeah, but getting there is the issue.
Yeah. So I'll buy one set of sutures just in case.
Okay.
You might be closed when we need them.
That's right. Or visiting his brother in the next town over.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy with what I got.
That's good. Well, luckily, I'm right about on that page.
And it leaves me with a nice round 400 pennies.
Okay, so you go visit you want to go visit the physician?
I
Yes.
think, yeah, just to check his prices out.
Okay.
introduce ourselves, maybe he'll remember us.
And the physician is located, over there next to the field. Yeah, okay. So you make a trip over the bridge. When you do, the two guards say, "So how'd you enjoy the Onocetrum? Did you see the ghost?"
No, but I'm gonna go in there sometime soon.
Well, everyone that goes in, no one comes out. So,
That's because I haven't gone in yet.
ooh, this. And then the two guards look at each other and they go, "This one's brave. I like it." Okay, and then you guys continue on through the town. You'll notice that the town is hopping. Okay, there are people going to different shops, moving around. There are people sightseeing. You'll see that they're looking around like, "I've never been to Olokand. This is a nice town, or should be a nice town." And you basically rub elbows all the way through the town. And when you get to the physician, you'll notice that it is open, and the door is open, and you can smell a hospital inside. You got disinfectant of some kind. It's some kind of alcohol that he's wiped all of his instruments. He's got saws and clamps and all kinds of, it looks like metalworking tools, and woodworking tools, and most of it is rusted because it's iron.
It looks like they've seen use. He must be skilled.
Yeah, they have seen use. You do see blood stains on the floor. Yeah. So, that's 35. Okay. Okay, so he has a nurse as well. You got this extremely old man. He's the doctor, or physician, if you would. And he has an assistant. Looks like maybe 14, 15 years old. And the physician is sleeping in a rocking chair in the corner when the nephew stands up from his sitting behind his table, and he says, "Oh, hello, Sir Knights. We are open today. Are you hurt or injured?"
We're not injured, but we thought that in the tournament tomorrow, if we injure a foe, we might feel gracious enough to bring them in and pay for their physical attention by the physician.
We will be at the list. We'll be there for immediate, like, first aid.
Oh.
But if anything more serious is needed, then we'll advise you to carry him back here for surgeries or whatever.
Do you happen to know what the charge is to do first aid? If it's too much, I probably will just let my wounded foe fend for themselves.
Oh, of course. Well, first aid is just simple three pennies. For simple first aid. But if it's something a little bit more complicated, it starts at $2.40. And if it requires like an overnight rest or something like that, you can expect over 1,000. Now, if you need constant monitoring or like bedside care, then it would be a daily charge.
Is it cheaper to just go to the undertaker directly?
Do you accept blue sword and blue shield?
What is that, Meldurin? I don't know.
The concept I've been working on, it'll be groundbreaking when I introduce it.
Okay. We accept silver or livestock in trade.
Thank you. We don't want to wake up the physician.
The first aid on the field, is that complimentary, paid for by the tournament providers, or is that something we would expect to pay you for after treatment?
It you would pay.
Okay.
Only if you agree. I mean, if you get knocked unconscious, I would ask your squire if it's okay to treat you. The understanding is you would pay the 3 silver.
Well, you have my permission. I can afford that. If I'm unconscious and you recognize me, and treat me at will for 3 silver.
Okay.
Otherwise, let me die.
Okay, I don't know if there's many knights that have come through. I don't know if I'd be able to recognize you.
Understandable.
But yeah, just have your squire, come get me.
Thank you. Good to know.
One thing I would agree with Bernier that we should get some practice in maybe before we eat with Sir Emmett, and I would like to see what his skills are like. He's going to be part of our team. We need to try to convince him to come out in battle, or at least practice with us once we get back to the noble camp.
Okay. Yeah. So what are you doing after the physician? You can expect it's mid-afternoon. If you just want to jump time till after practice, we could do that.
When we get out on the streets, say, hey guys, is there a group tactics we should try to employ tomorrow? Should we ask Sir Emmett if he has some ideas for that, or is it every man for himself? Or we just pair off in twos with an enemy and fight?
Well, I think we'd be better off if we stuck together as a group, because we can cover each other. Remember, there is bonuses and negatives to fighting multiple people at once. And I would hate to get overwhelmed by multiple people. Yeah, I think we should definitely talk about some sort of strategy.
Have we watched a tournament before and seen a melee that we would know that answer?
Well, you know that during dinner, Sir Emmett was planning on discussing this with you.
Okay. Very good.
And it varies. Different nations and different lords have different strategies. Some are aggressive, some are defensive, some like to flank around the outer edges, some like to run with their tails tucked. It could go any way. It can go any direction. But Sir Emmett specifically said he'd like to tell you his strategy and discuss strategy at dinner.
Okay.
Have any particular interests myself, as far as going about town? I'm most interested in getting some practice in and being well rested, I guess. Well, the melee isn't for a couple more days, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you're gonna have quite a bit of downtime.
I'm up for skipping time right to dinner, or I mean, it's right to our practice hour.
I guess
Yeah.
the question is, do we want to practice before or after? I mean, if we're going to discuss strategy during dinner, then we might want to actually do some practice after we've discussed our strategy.
Okay. Good idea.
Today's the 11th.
It is the
Melee's not
11th.
till the 18th. So we got a whole week.
I know where we could spend that week.
No. We're not going in the hole before the tournament.
In a hole in the ground.
No.
I'm definitely intrigued as well. I think that I might be persuaded on that adventure.
I think I shouldn't be the wisest one, but I think the wisest action is to see if we can even just survive a tournament before we try to fight ghosts.
Fighting the ghost or rescuing his bones?
I think, looking at my skills and my age, and better men than me have fallen to this thing, I think I personally would rather have a little more experience under my belt before I went into a hole after a ghost.
Better men? Maybe.
For sure.
Better brothers?
Oh, well.
How many people do you think went in with such a fine group of trusted companions? I doubt any of them. And
No,
we'll prove
I told you
ourselves-
about smoking those funny cigarettes. That's all I got to say.
And we'll prove ourselves greater than all who came before.
So are you guys walking and talking, or just standing in the middle of the street next to the well?
Just standing there by the well, I guess, for now.
Yeah, just by the well.
Okay. Yeah, people are coming and going by. Some people will stop by the well and get a drink of water and continue on to the wherever they're going. You know, you see lords and ladies wandering around. There's a lot of nobility in town at this time. There's also a lot of merchants and things like that.
Stories of people who won tournaments only last for so long. But stories of heroes who brave ghosts and hidden holes and, you know, the unknown. Those are the ones you tell your kids for bedtime for generations.
You should have kids first before you do that. Otherwise, you will not have kids to tell. We need...
Where the obsession with holes comes from.
Right.
Just a guess.
So... Somebody else's kids will say, that guy over there died in the hole.
Mason, give me percentile roll.
Critical success.
That is correct.
Someone stops and makes fun of me.
Roll twice again.
Oh no. 47 and 88.
Okay. Okay, so this noble-looking gentleman walks up to you guys and says, "Oh, unites. You're not from in town, are you? You're from out of town. My name is Charles. Charles of Rhodes. And you guys just are all quiet, muted. Everyone's muted. Okay.
I'm going to step behind everybody. I know I'm not good in a conversation with this.
Okay.
Do we
So make an
recognize
so
names?
make an awareness test. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Any modifiers?
No, just Ari.
Oh,
Okay, so yeah, so if you guys are from out of town, are you planning on staying in the are you going to be on the red or the white team? Have you guys decided?
I
Oh
had
wait,
settled-
wait, I forgot. Wait, there's something I forgot. I have to go. I remember I was supposed to have dinner at the Royal, and then he just turns around and walks away.
Five Pennies says he's going to the same place we are.
Only 5?
Yes.
Okay. Let me get to Bernier's character sheet. There we go. Let me look at your inventory.
Bernier, did you just get your pocket picked?
Yeah, Bernier, you probably want to do another awareness test. Okay, so when this guy is walking, what your character sheet's like flying all over the place. Okay,
Oh, sorry.
no, that's fine. No, it's your character sheet. So when you're when you when he starts walking away, you realize you don't have a belt pouch anymore. This guy did not come within arm's reach of you guys.
Do you have an accomplice?
What are you gonna do?
Can no. I
That was
don't.
weird. Five Pennies says he's going the same place we are.
I
Now, nobody knows this but you.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I've been robbed, and I'm
What?
going to go after the guy.
The
That,
noble
talked to
gentleman
us.
that was talking to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you run after him, and he sees you coming, and so he starts running.
Okay. I
Definitely following.
Okay, you guys are all a good ways behind.
I would like to scan the crowd for someone else running away because this man did not come close enough to get someone behind me.
That sounds good. Let's go ahead and do an awareness test, but now it's minus 20.
Minus 20 because they've run into the crowd.
Right. And Bernier's also run into the crowd, but he's chasing after this guy.
Mm-hmm. He's the only one I know that is a problem.
Okay. You see this little kid with shifty eyes, right? He's basically being, walking away cautiously, very, he glances back at you when you are looking, and he looks like, I've been made. It's one of those. And then he starts running. This kid is running this way. The noble Mr. Rhodes is running this way, and Bernier's running this way. And what are you doing? Running that way? Running after the kid?
Yes.
Okay. What about the rest of you guys?
I was chasing after Sir Bernier.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this is going to be 2 little encounters, super quick. Bernier, you are going to be making a roll. You're like, what? I have to make a roll? Just a second. Wrong one. There we go. Go ahead and make a condition roll. So it's a skill test against condition.
3d6.
No, skill test. You just click the little die by condition.
I'm looking for condition.
It's a physical skill right under climbing, probably.
Thank you. Plus 20? Plus 30?
No, just click it. Okay, so you got a marginal failure.
I needed the plus 20. I needed plus 21.
Right, just a second. Marginal failure is not as bad as you might think.
It's worse than a marginal success. No.
I get a marginal failure as well. So you are keeping pace with him, right? You're running, he's running. You're bumping into some people, pushing him to the side, trying to keep up with the guy. And then you can go ahead and roll again. As soon as one or the other gets a better result, that's going to be him getting away or getting caught.
Is this a skill test? I mean,
it is a skill test.
Yeah, so it's
condition.
Is that the margin of failure or no? Okay.
What do you mean margin of failure? You did have a critical failure.
Hmm.
And if he doesn't get a critical failure, he gets away.
Okay.
I got a marginal failure. Okay, so he gets away. He disappears into the crowd. Make an awareness test to see if you can catch sight of him. No pluses, no minuses. Oh, okay. So you didn't lose him. You see him. He's kind of sneaking away. Like you looked around, you stopped, you couldn't find him. You're kind of glancing around. Where is he? And then you kind of see him in the crowd. And he sees that you see him. It's another roll. Only because he got a marginal failure. If he had gotten any kind of success, he would be gone. Okay, go ahead. Make your condition roll.
So the condition, that's a lot of penalty. Is that from encumbrance?
It would be.
Okay.
Oh.
4.
Okay, so you catch him. Okay, so what do you do when you catch up to him?
I'm going to try to grab him.
Okay, so yeah, you grab his collar or his shirt or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say.
He stops, he turns around.
I said, your game is up.
I didn't do anything.
If I don't get my
and
belt pouch back,
he's screaming into the crowd, I'm being oppressed. I'm being oppressed.
I'm gonna go ahead and give him a.
See the flaws of the man. Inheriting the system.
He's dressed like a noble, right?
He is.
So I'll
Well, he has expensive clothing on.
Let's see. I'll say, if I don't get my belt pouch back, I'm going to draw my broadsword.
Okay. He puts his hands up. He doesn't have a weapon on him or anything. Yeah, you can search me. I don't have anything. I'm a victim of circumstance.
Whoever stole it from me better return the belt pouch.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll draw the broadsword.
Okay. When you do that, a couple of the town guards are watching.
Mm-hmm.
They're not stopping or intervening, but they are watching to see what you do.
I want to hit him with the pommel. I want to try to knock him out.
There's no such thing.
There's no such thing.
Have you ever hit somebody to knock them out in the real world?
Can I hit him? Oh. Well, I'll just start dragging him with the sword out back to where the guys are at.
Okay. So.
And if he starts to scream, I will punch him.
This isn't Hollywood. So no, you can hit somebody, but you're just basically concussing them. You're trying to knock them out, absolutely, but they could be killed from that. So you drag him, and he's like, "What are you doing? I'm from Rhodes. You can't. I feel I'm a victim." Okay, so you get back to the well, where Cal is standing because he didn't go running anywhere. And you see Mike, or I'm sorry, Sir Guy, runs up behind you like.
Sir Guy.
Yeah. Sir Guy is like 10 steps behind you. Hey, and then you see him grab the guy, and he's throwing his hands up and all that.
See, Guymar, if I don't get my belt pouch back, let's throw this guy in the well.
Absolutely. I hope you can swim. I'll say to
the
him.
well with a body.
The guards
Come on,
walk.
guys.
The guards walk up to where you're at, and they say, "Is there an issue here? Is there an issue here, or is there something going on here that we need to be concerned about?"
Don't know about your concern. It's just a common.
And he's
theme.
like, This knight is abusing me. I didn't do anything."
If he
I demand-
returns my belt pouch, then I'll let him go.
I don't have a belt. I don't have a belt pouch.
You have a compatriot that took it.
Yes, this man is working with someone else
You don't.
too.
You don't know that.
Pickpockets.
I guessed it.
Okay,
Why
you can
wouldn't I
guess
know
it. You
that?
can guess
Why
it, but
wouldn't
you
I
don't
know that. Why would I chase him if I didn't think he was involved with another person?
Okay, but I'm just saying you don't know that.
That's what I say, though.
Yeah, that's fine. He goes, I no, I
They
don't.
don't know.
I
You
don't.
don't know that.
I don't have any. And so the guards are still standing there, like, do you want us to take him into custody, or do you got this under control, or are you accusing him of something?
I think we have it under control. Thank you.
Okay, just no bloodshed, and then that's fine.
Understood.
You take care of it, and then they kind of like go back to their patrol. They kind of allow you to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And then, but you're dragging him back with Guy. I'm going to jump to Mason real quick. You are chasing behind this kid. He's a young man, and are you going to be able to keep up with him? That's a condition roll.
I imagine so.
You hope, right? No pluses, no minuses.
Okay.
Don't get a failure.
Oh my goodness. Condition. Climbing. Condition. Bang.
Okay. So, he gets away from you, but you get an awareness test
Okay.
to reestablish the chase.
No.
You lost him. He's gone.
I ran so good.
This kid is
What?
nimble. He is gone.
What's even better is I had meant to say, as chasing him very loudly, Um, oh, blessed Lorani, today I deliver a sinner unto your gates. As I'm chasing after this boy.
Okay, so
He says, "Oh,
after
God."
you look around and you don't see this kid anywhere, I assume you go back to the well.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody's there, and this noble is being drug up, with I call him a noble, but I don't even remember what name I gave him, but his last name is Rhodes, and so you bring him up to the well. You see him; he has caught his man, and Bernier has caught his man, and he's brought him to the well. There you are.
Bernier, it's not the thief. There was a boy. Looked like he had your bag. I lost him in the crowd.
I don't the Mr. Rhodes says, I'm not working with that kid. I wasn't over here being a distraction so that he could pick your pockets.
So are you assuming all my money was in that belt pouch?
That's what it says on your character sheet.
Okay.
That is also what I have on mine.
I'm assuming that 800 silver was on the belt pouch.
Mm-mm. I don't have 800 silver. 387 and a half.
Am I looking at the wrong character sheet?
This is coin on person. 387.5 checked up in the coins at the back at the manor. 590.
Sir Bernier, I open up your character sheet and I go to inventory and scroll down to the leather belt pouch
And the notes
and
say
Roganter.
Notes
What?
say 590 pennies in
Put-
Roganter.
Okay, Roganter is your bank. So you would put that over there. But either way, that's okay. Where do you got the where do you have it in text?
What is Ace, KCE, Para, and Kuros?
Those are fake words.
They're the placeholders.
Coin on person. Yeah. Okay, so that works.
Well, I can
So-
change that to
Yeah, just the coin on person is what was taken.
Well, looking at the man that they caught, you know what's interesting about this? That boy got away with quite a tidy sum, right, Bernier?
Yeah,
Enough for one person to live comfortably for quite some time.
right.
If we delay this man, or any, potential helpers this boy might have, he very well could just run off with the whole pot.
Right.
We may not get it back, but we can spite somebody.
I said, Mr. Rhodes. The guard said no bloodshed. If you drowned, you won't bleed.
Exactly.
So I assume you're trying to be impressive. You're trying to
No.
impose a
Intimidate,
fear,
maybe?
intimidate, or something like that.
Yeah, I actually think I might drown him.
But you're trying to intimidate him.
Yeah,
You're trying to get him to respond in kind with information. Right? Right. Yeah. So
Oh, yes.
it's not an attribute. Might be an attribute. But I think it's a skill.
I think probably it is. I'm probably no good at it, whatever it is.
So positive. I have a feeling it's a communication skill. and I believe it's under rhetoric.
Okay.
Intimidation is a specialty of rhetoric. So go ahead and make me a rhetoric roll. Okay, hang on. Marginal failure. Target is unimpressed. You have shown yourself to be a bully.
I don't care.
Okay.
Lot of money to disappear.
Does somebody have?
Look, Mister of Rhodes. My brothers are just upset, but we're all fine gentlemen here at this tournament, right? We can talk.
While he's doing that, I'm going to take my belt off since I don't need it anymore. The leather belt that had the pouch.
It probably
I'm
carries
gonna-
your sword.
Well, somebody got a piece
I mean,
of rope
you-
I can tie this guy's hands.
What I'm saying is you can take your belt off if you want to, like, whip him.
No, I'm going to tie his hands.
My rope is with my bag back at our camp. I thought it would be silly to bring the backpack.
Yeah, I mean,
I
walk
have all
around
my
town with a
gear.
backpack on.
I have all my
We're
gear
walking
with
around
me.
town in our armor.
That's odd.
Yeah.
Armor is not a backpack.
Well,
I'm going to tie
all my
his
gear.
hands up with a bandage.
It's not sanitary.
It's
Look at
more
this man.
sanitary than this belt.
This man is filthy. When do you think the last time he washed his hands is?
He
don't
looks.
think I'm
He
gonna-
looks
I'm not
like
gonna
he's
get the
he's
bandage
bathed at
back.
some point.
Yeah, I'm not going to get the bandage back. He's going to be down in the well.
Look. My brothers are just temperamental. I'll call them off, and maybe we can make a deal. But you do have to cooperate with us.
I'm still tying his hands.
I don't know what you want from me. I have no.
Who's the kid?
Look. The pouch has sentimental value to him. It's from our mother. What do you say? You guys give us the pouch, and you keep half the contents, and we don't cause any more problems for you.
Wait. You want to give him how much?
Half?
How am I going to do that? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Bernier, to the well.
I'm actually going to tip him over the well and have him hang slightly.
Okay. I'm going to allow another intimidation roll with a plus 20,
So
which
that
is rhetoric. It's rhetoric plus
Rhetoric plus 20. Okay.
plus 20, right?
I finally get to add something in this thing that asks me every time.
Oh. No.
He's like, right now he's just crying, and he's peeing himself.
Don't piss in the well.
It doesn't matter. Not supposed to drink the water here anyway.
What? Oh, no.
Right, you shouldn't drink the
Shit.
water. You need to drink ale.
It
Yeah.
didn't change the weather condition. It just warmed it up a teensy bit.
Yeah, you're holding him. He's like, I'm gonna die. Oh,
Bernier,
I don't
we
even
shouldn't
have any
spoil-
money. I'm not even a criminal. This knight just wants to kill me. I don't know. What do I look like? A bad guy?
Yes. Bernier, we shouldn't spoil the well like this. Let's just give him to the guards.
Yeah, they are hankering to do some hangings here.
Yeah, they're
Mm.
looking to make examples. Oh, let's put them in the stocks. I saw some good hucking rocks over by the river.
He's sobbing. He's crying. He's sobbing.
bandages.
You don't have to use a bandage. You could tie him up with his own shirt.
Oh, okay.
Option for the guards.
Yeah, there's guards watching you guys. They're just kind of like on alert, waiting to see what you guys want to do. They're not interfering until something happens. Holding him over the well, they understand what you're doing. But if you dropped him in the well, that might be a problem.
Well, I'll actually hand him to Raynard. Let's see.
I'll hold him real tight.
Okay.
All right. I said maybe he can go to the guards, but that's a crap ton of money.
Was like 200 something.
387.
Yeah.
That's a crap ton of money.
Yeah, it's over a pound. Yeah.
I'll drag him over to the guards that are watching us.
Yeah. So, what's his charge? What are you charging him with?
Theft.
Okay. Do you have any evidence?
We witnessed the theft of his purse while this man distracted us. A young child that was working with him fled through the crowd, and we were unable to catch the child, but they were, without a doubt, working together.
Okay.
You have our sworn words on that.
Okay, so he'll be added to the list of people that are going on trial at the end of the tournament.
Nice.
That's right. Or you could do trial by combat, but he doesn't look like the kind that would accept that kind of a trial.
I look at him and say, this is your last chance to tell us where the child is that has the money. Otherwise, this could be one of your last days on this earth for justice is meted out for a pathetic thief.
He's got until the end of the tournament, so he's got like a week.
Give me a rhetoric plus 20 guy.
Okay.
A whole week to imagine what that rope feels like.
Did I do a plus 20 correctly, or did I?
Yeah, it looks like it. No, you put a minus 20, maybe? No, I don't know what you did.
It looks like he just did a 20.
Because it says mastery level 33, and then his target became a 5.
Yeah,
I put a plus in by accident, and I think if you put a plus sign in, that would mess it up.
That might have done it.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
there you go.
okay.
53 is more accurate. Okay, that works. Marginal success. I'll accept that. He says, we're just trying to feed our family.
We offered to let you keep half.
But you're just trying to trick me to telling you that I'm working with him so that you could
Are you a liar?
So no, you're trying to trick me into saying that you would give me half so that you would get it all back.
No, I meant that. I'm not. I keep my word. I'm not. A ne'er-do-well like you. Some of us have morals.
I don't know what that is.
I can tell.
Yeah, so are you saying that if I get you your money back, I'm not going to jail?
Yeah, but now you can't keep any of it.
Keep some. I don't care. He can keep 10.
10 pennies.
10 pennies. That's a lot of dinners.
Okay. Um. Uh. Okay, we need to go to the Amber Inn.
Oh,
Of course.
That's where we
The
were.
Amber
We were
Inn.
gonna meet in the Amber Inn.
Hey,
You know-
hey, guard. You know that? No.
You guys are walking around with all this loose change. We could hear you when you walk by. It just goes clank clank.
That's the armor.
Yeah, we should have found you before you saw the Archbishop. But no, that's okay. Right? No,
I
he
knew it was
didn't. He
gonna
didn't.
get rid of that fast.
No, so he goes, yeah, yeah, bring me to the Amber Inn, and I'll tell little Timmy to give you your money back. Timmy Rhodes.
Tiny Tim, he walks with a crutch, right?
No, you can't.
No,
you
he's a
cannot
good
play
runner.
Yeah, he's a fast one. But you cannot play the family card. I already told you that pouch was a gift from our mother, and
So-
offered you half the money in it if we could have the pouch back.
Well, you can have what's left of the pouch back.
Mm.
I mean, just have mercy on my soul. You know, I understand you were praying to some goddess for protection. I mean, yeah, when you were chasing Timmy.
Yes.
He doesn't know that. He didn't hear that.
Well,
You tell the guard.
the guard did ask if we had any proof, and you just admitted
Yeah.
out loud. So
It's a confession, so better hope there's some the money's left in the pouch.
yeah,
You get the guard's name. The guards that witnessed the confession.
Okay.
You don't have to tell us the name, but so
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can try
There's
to
yeah.
find them.
You get the guards. Well, they'll come with you.
Oh,
Yeah, we
Lovely.
can go with you to the Amber Inn and make sure everything's on the up and up.
oh, now I like the guards.
Yeah, the guards are nice,
They are.
and they think you guys are Hollywood
Cartoon.
stars.
Bold.
Yeah, so they follow you. Do you want them to carry the prisoner, or do you want to drag
I
him
think-
along?
If they would like to, I would
no,
like to.
Well, they
I
don't
got
want
my new
to,
buddy.
but they will. It's
If
not.
they don't want to, then no.
No, okay. So you drag him along.
Right.
I've got a good grip on our new friend here.
Okay. So you go to the Amber Inn. The Amber Inn, I have a map. It's not necessary because you're not like staying here or going to be getting into any kind of fight. But
You
just
don't know that.
just for I know. just for ambiance, we're gonna go to the Amber Inn.
Guys, hold on to your pouches.
And I only put a party token in there so that you guys can see. And you guys drag this guy, and the guard's coming along with you guys. You can see that there are stairs going upstairs because this is an inn. And he goes back here into a hallway, and you can see that there are various barrels here. There is a room all the way back here that Timmy is waiting in. You guys walk in and Timmy's like, "Oh crap, it's the Fuzz." Okay. And he's like, "I don't know him. You didn't tell him who I was, did you?" Obviously he did. So he's like,
Don't say.
he's caught red-handed. He was counting the coins on the table.
Relax, Jim, relax. We know who you are.
He is looking for an opportunity to bolt.
Oh.
The guards are standing in the doorway.
Yeah. Don't even think about it. As long as we get our money back, we won't be pressing charges. But
Okay.
I recommend you
Okay.
find a new town to
Your
steal
money.
from.
It's all here. I was just cutting it in half for my for my friend.
Are you sure? I remember there being at least twice as much.
So I'll count it. Is the pouch still in one piece?
The pouch is, but like one of the straps is, or whatever, however it was attached to your belt is cut.
Okay.
It's no longer a belt pouch. It's just a pouch.
Right. It's no longer a belt pouch. It's just a pouch. You could have it repaired, or you could just throw it in your backpack or whatever.
Yeah. All right.
Or
But
rig
I'll,
something. You could rig something up with a
You
string.
could carry it like a clutch.
That's right. You could clutch it.
I'm gonna get a handle made for it with brass knuckles.
You could get a shoulder strap and have a purse. No, seriously. Yeah, it's all there.
It's a
It's all-
European carry-all.
That's right. It's all there.
I'll count out 10 and put it on the table. And
You'll
put the pouch.
notice that. Give me a. This is going to be a roll, actually.
Okay.
There is. Okay, I'm looking at healing potions. No, that's not what I want. Okay. This is going to be a piety test. So if you look at your piety and you probably have a number, roll percentile and see if you can get less than your piety.
Everybody or just him?
Just him. Just the one counting the coins.
I'm the most pious.
This is really gonna be hard to hit this.
Come on.
Well, you
one.
need to be more pious then. Okay. So
I
what's
have piety
your
of 73?
right?
12.
Okay. So yeah, it's all there.
Dang.
I'm gonna put 8 on the table and give a penny to each guard.
Guards pocket it.
Mm-hmm. And just give them a nod.
So is this all taken care of? This is resolved.
Yes.
Do you need it? Do you need us anymore?
No. Thank
Okay.
you.
They leave.
Job well done.
He said job well done. Okay. No, don't let it go to your head. Okay. They split. And now you're in an inn. It's full of ruffians. You might have to check your pockets like 10 times on the way out.
Oh, man. This is going in the backpack, and the backpack's held on the
Right.
front, 2 hands.
Right.
before
You got
get
your
out of
sword
here.
out and you're like, get out of my way, get out of my way. Okay.
All right. The bank, that makes sense.
I tapped.
You guys are in this room, make an awareness test.
Okay.
Everybody.
Oh no, the guards were in on it too.
Yeah.
Marginal
I'm
success.
Not
So-
been doing good on my awareness today.
Yep. Yeah. Need a couple more awareness tests.
You should have slept in like I did.
There's the 21 I needed.
So under the table, there is some loose boards that you guys might have noticed, right? And attached to these loose boards is a handle, and it looks like it's a trap door, but it's a hidden trap door.
Here's your hole you wanted to go in, Mason.
Absolutely.
And as soon as the guards leave, a couple of thugs, I'm going to call them thugs, come up to the door and look in and say, "You don't have this room reserved. You should take your belongings and get out."
All right.
Are you the establishment owner?
No, we're good friends of the owner.
Well, I didn't see any sign when I came in that said this room need to be reserved.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's not a lot of people that can read in here, so we just have to tell them. But you being all highfalutin and can read and stuff, we apologize from the deepest part of our hearts. And they hold the door open for you.
I'm ignoring them and going for the trap door.
Are you really?
Yes.
Okay. So you want to make a new character?
Oh no.
Okay.
How many
There's
guys
probably
are-
like
how many
100
guys are-
people in this inn,
Yeah,
and they're all
This
thugs.
is a bad place to be.
But you go to the trapdoor, and they say, "Where are you going?"
You said get our belongings.
That's right. You don't have any
Right.
belongings under the table, because you would have had to scoot the table to the side. So you start dragging the table. What are you doing rearranging in there? Stop.
Alright.
Make an interior decorator roll.
That's right. So are you gonna and you hear one of them say,
No.
"Hey, we got
Brandon,
somebody
let's
in here
go.
making some rearrangements."
Nah.
No.
I'm gonna point at the man we caught. Shape up. And I point at the boy. Next time you're losing a hand.
Oh, there won't be a next time. I promise.
your
I
hand.
promise. I won't get caught. I mean, there won't be another time. And I didn't get caught this time either. You did, and he points at the other guy.
Yeah, but now I know your face.
You come anywhere near us again, there will be trouble.
Okay. Okay.
Alright.
He
Okay,
seems
bye.
make a rhetoric roll there, guy. He says, "Okay, no problem. We don't plan to do anything ever again."
Ever again.
He's telling you the truth.
No.
Yep. He is done with crime against you. He is not going to do anything like that ever again to you guys.
Okay, only 100 more to go, and we got this town cleaned up for us.
That's right. Okay, so do you guys leave the inn?
Yes, I don't like this place.
Yeah.
And then I cast Fireball in the main lobby.
Yeah.
Okay. But you have to have a lit candle. Do you have a lit candle? No. Okay, so.
Ah, darn.
All right. Let's
Okay,
not
but-
talk around the
Ap-
well. Let's go back to the nobles' encampment.
Well, it's about time for you to go back and eat dinner with Sir Emmett anyway. The sun is starting to get low on the horizon. So now would be a good opportunity to do that. Okay, so you
Thank you, brothers, for the help.
go over to you go over to the campsite, and why is that not centered? Okay, I don't have any idea why. Okay, because I did that.
Welcome, Randy Savage.
Because I did that.
I just might have thrown him in the well anyway. Then you guys could go to my trial.
That's right. Sir Emmett. Okay, so you guys are having wine and maidens. Okay, that's just the title of the paragraph. Okay, so you guys are in his little camp. He doesn't have a big table. He has like a little camp table. So like, it's made for. It's kind of like a. What do they call those things? Like a dinner tray that you would eat on the, like if you were on your couch and you'd slide it up under. So it's only like a foot and a half by a foot. It's just a small little table, but it's sitting in the middle of the room, and it has wine and sausage on there. Okay, and you can smell outside. Roald is cooking something outside. You suspect it has some kind of pork in it because it looks like a pig. So let's talk. You guys, since you guys aren't jousting, it would bolster me if you would watch and cheer for me from the sidelines. It would give me support hearing your voices.
We can do that.
Absolutely.
Anything for a friend.
I appreciate that. And you, as you know, I'm trying to get, or maybe you don't know, but I'm trying to get a position in the Royal Guard, and to get considered, I would have to finish in the top 16. And there's a lot of challengers, or there's a lot of people in this tournament, and the best of the best come to this tournament to compete. And I was here last year, and I met the daughter of the bailiff of Albernet Manor. Lorella Ebria. And she's fair complected, long auburn hair, lovely green eyes, 16 years of age, and moments ago, before you came back to dinner, she came by my pavilion here, and she gave me her scarf as a favor.
Oh, nice.
As well as a small gold ring bearing the symbol of Yseld Trothmaker. And then he says, "Hey, no."
Okay.
And then he lifts his wine glass and he goes, "To my new fiancée."
All right.
Yeah.
Is it appropriate to toast, like just in the air, or do we?
Yeah, I need a drink.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Sounds like you already won the tournament.
So I beg for your prayer in obtaining her father's consent. Because it's not easy for a freelance knight with no land. But with the blessing of Lorani, Lady of Paladins, we can distinguish myself at the tournament and win a place on the elite Royal Guard and the hand of Lorelia. See, so right now I probably wouldn't get his, what do you call it? Consent. But if I'm part of the Royal Guard, it would be more likely that he would consent. So wish me luck. And pray for me.
For sure.
Now,
Absolutely.
I wanted to talk about strategies, but we don't really have to talk about strategy until it's closer to the melee days, because right now it's pretty much just I'm gonna joust once each day and win, hopefully to progress to the next day, and then at some point it'll switch to 2 jousts a day. I think that's on the calendar. What do they call it? Schedule. Yeah, on the 16th there's 2 rounds, but by then I'll be already in the top 16 if I get that far. Now there's no jousting or anything really going on tomorrow except all politics, right? It's the grand procession, the king's welcome, the blessing of the archbishop, then the blessings of the service by the peony priest, in the local peony priest, and then mid-afternoon is oaths sworn, and then it's back to getting ready for the tournament. The actual fighting starts on the 13th. The jousting, I mean. Yeah.
What stops people? Just a question. What stops teams in the melee from standing back and letting the other contestants fight it out amongst themselves first?
Positioning and other teams.
Sure, certainly.
Yeah, but
Right.
there's no rules about not engaging. The rules are last man standing is the winner. The side. But if you want to become tournament champion, you have to set yourself apart from the rest of the people, and that's subjective by the marshal. So if you just stand in the corner, you probably will not become tournament champion
Okay,
in the melee.
understandable.
So if you charge in there and just get killed in the first minute, then you're probably not going to be champion either. So
discretion.
it's a balance, right? It's a balance. So it's to teach you bravery and prudence. So you have to kind of weigh it. So what do you think our strategy should be? I'm not too concerned about the melee, being champion of the melee, unless I get knocked out of the joust. Right? Just being honest with you guys. I'll participate. I will fight. I will give it my all, my 100%. But once I get to the top 16, I'm in, or I'm in like Flynn. So but if I get eliminated in the joust, then I'm going to probably go in like a berserker in the melee. Unless you guys have a better strategy.
Obviously, stay as a team.
Yep.
Perhaps work our way around the edge, taking out the fearful first, and work our way in to the tired out threats.
Now, teams don't get champions, right? So they don't award a whole team tournament champion, and I'm sure that your honor will demand that you try to become a champion yourself. So at some point, we're going to have to. I mean, we're all going to work together, but we're also going to try to outdo each other.
Yeah, we become the final team, and then we duke it out amongst ourselves.
No, we don't have to fight. It's if we're on the white team, then if we're the last one standing on the white team, it'll stop. I mean, if we're the last ones, if there's no red, the fight will stop.
Oh.
And then how do they pick the winner?
The herald, not the herald, the marshal just announces he's the champion. And I don't know if it's always based on your skill or your prowess on the field, or conversations you might have had the night before.
Conversations with the Herald?
The marshal, yeah. That's kind of, little tampering has been known to happen. But why would you pay to win money? It's, I don't know. Maybe you want just to be labeled the champion, or maybe you threaten his child. I'm just saying that's a possibility. We would never do that. We're going to win it legit.
We should revisit this conversation after we see how you do in the tournament as well. It might change how we do our tactics.
That's what I think.
I think so.
I think you guys can just cheer me along. You can be on the field when I'm on the field. You would just be on the end, taking care of like a pit crew. So like I'll charge in and come back, and then you'll be there to like bang out any dents in the armor or hand me a new lance or whatever. Rald is expected to do that, but this is his first tournament. So, but that's okay. I mean,
I think that would be appropriate, just personally.
Okay.
We're going to be in the team in the melee. We might as well be seen as a team in the tournament.
Right.
We might intimidate somebody like, hey, these guys really got their shit together. Probably not, but
no, you'd be surprised. Sometimes there are pansies. They do exist, and they might be lily livered.
I hope some of them saw us at the well. That was our best moment so far.
Probably. I heard there was a group of knights torturing a local noble.
It's fun.
Yeah, we put a stop to him.
Okay, that's good. I don't want to. Well, what happened? I reversed my thought. I was going to say I don't want to know, but I really do. I want to know what happened.
Oh, well, you see, Bernier was threatening to drop a man in a well, and we managed to stop him.
I was robbed.
There's more to that. Okay, you were
I
robbed.
was robbed.
Oh, I'm.
We
You
knew
gotta.
that they were.
You gotta be careful because this is a big town for one thing, but there's a swell of population and merchants and nobles from all over. So I guess pickpockets or just bandits, road bandits or whatever would maybe see this as an opportunity to strike it rich.
Yes. I think I have an idea too. I think tomorrow I'd like to buy a coin pouch or just a small pouch and put just a few coins in it like a normal person as a decoy for the money that's in the backpack.
Well, I don't know if you're going to be able to buy anything tomorrow.
No.
Everybody's going to be at the opening ceremonies of the tournament, right? But they're, yeah.
Next
so
day's fine.
next day,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't even know if any of the shops will be open for the next 10 days, but we'll see.
I think they'd want to be open for all
There's-
the business.
But there's like traveling merchants that have like stalls
Oh,
and stuff
I'll
up.
do that.
And you could probably find just somebody that works leather. Like the hide worker, he's like right there. Okay, so did you want to share anything with me, or
Maybe we could
just
make
go
one
to
out of
just go to
those.
bed and wake up in the morning?
Is there enough wolf pelt on the ruined hide to make a pouch?
Yes, you could make a patchwork pouch if you wanted. If you wanted to just Because there's enough leather. You could just cut it up into chunks and then stitch it together, but it's not worth it, the effort.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to just wait for the next day? I mean, it is kind of, the sun's gone down, you've eaten your meal, you know, you're resting. You don't need to, there's nothing else you need to do, really.
I think we needed to do our go through our routine of sword, shield for an hour.
Okay, so you have to go do that somewhere else because this is a campsite. It's not really any kind of fighting ground, but you could easily go over here, you know, close to the lists and just practice. Spend a little bit of time over there. There's probably other knights over there kind of training or practicing as well. But yeah.
Yep.
You'll see that there are a lot of wagons being brought in, hand carts, and not like a two-wheel wagon, you know, not like a four-wheel, with full of hay for all the horses. The castle is providing that for all the horses. So it's not, it's brought in every day by wagon, tons of hay. Because you're looking at probably, I don't know, 600 horses in a small little area. Yeah, it's a lot. Okay, so yeah, you go practice, spend some time training, and the sun is definitely gone.
Bedtime.
Okay, so let's just pass some time for the next day. Mason, give me percentile roll.
Okay. 27.
Well, okay, you asked for it.
I did. Let's have it.
The sun comes up. You guys wake up. It's now the 12th. And you hear heralds in camp hollering an announcement that in 1 hour's time, the procession will begin at the Messel Gate. In 1 hour's time, and they repeat themselves, and they're walking away. 1 hour's time, you know. And so Sir Emmett is getting up, putting all of his gear on, and wants to walk in the procession. Has to walk in the procession. You guys don't technically have to, well, yeah, you do, because you've entered for the melee, so. I was going to say, you're not in the joust, but you are in the melee, so you have to walk in the procession.
Yep.
Okay. It is good weather. It's not overcast or raining or wet. It's just comfortable outside. There is a large crowd. There's hawkers, acrobats, guards, cut purses, everywhere. So you basically stay on guard, I'm sure. Now,
Yeah.
you know, fool me once, shame on you. And okay, so you guys make your way over to the Messel Gate, I take it?
Yes.
After you get gather your gear? Yeah. Okay. You get to the Messel Gate, and you'll notice that there are a lot of people there. You know, maybe 200 people standing around. And there's another couple of people walking up and down the line asking, and who are you? And who are you? And who are you? And basically they're trying to figure out who, some people, they already know who they are and they tell them where to stand in the procession, but others, they don't know who they are. And then they say, okay, you go right here. You go right here. And you guys are in the back of the procession. There are a number of people in the back. You guys don't have any seniority over each other. It's just, like there might be a knight standing there, but when you walk up, he backs up and lets you get in front of him. It's not that big of a deal, right? It's more big of a deal for the people in the front. In the back, it's kind of like, hey, we're all in the back, so we're all brothers. But up there, they care about all that stuff. They care about who's first, who's second. But we're just glad to be in the line.
Is there any way to see as a group what differentiates us in the back from those up front?
You have no land? That's the big thing.
No, I mean by looks. I want to know if I can recognize these guys in the melee versus the guys up front. I got a feeling there's an advantage to fight these guys and not the guys up front.
Oh, right. Well, if they're a senior, like a baron or an earl or a bailiff or something like that, you're going to get heraldry opportunities to recognize their devices and their shields and stuff like that. And the guys in the back, you can look around and kind of like take a visual of like try to remember who they are as like a memory test. You can definitely do that to make sure. Okay, these guys, I know who these guys are.
Right.
The guys up front, you would have to use like your heraldry skill to identify who each of them are. But pretty much anybody that's anybody is here at this tournament. And people in the procession are not all in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
They're here just because of the festivities. Like the queen. She's not going to fight in the tournament. Okay.
I mean,
she can.
Do we happen to see Sir Emmett do anything with a lady that we could identify as Lorella?
No, not yet.
I'd like to keep an eye out so that we could recognize her in case something happens in the tournament. We'd know what she looked like.
Right. Yeah, if you see him messing around with anybody, I'll point it out.
Okay.
Now, the champion of last year's joust is given the point of honor where he gets to walk in the front, even in front of the queen.
ooh.
Okay, so it starts walking, right? And you hear, there's no announcement, there's no horns blowing or anything. It's just the people in front of you start walking.
So did we see the front and could see the queen? At some point, could we?
You did not see the queen.
Okay.
Yeah. But now there's a lot of people here, for one thing. I mean, you could probably, if you couldn't see her. There's no way.
Okay.
Not from being in the back. But once it's over, you could make your way to the front or whatever, if you wanted to do that.
Well, if we go around a corner and we can, if the tail can see the head.
Oh, right.
To try to get a glance at that, and the other thing is to
exactly.
see if the king made an appearance.
Right. Well, at the end of the procession, there is a formal welcome of the king. So,
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
okay, so you guys make your procession, and everybody's walking, and I'm gonna do a little freehand artwork here for you guys, just to satisfy your curiosity. The procession walks down this way, and then across this way, then up this way, then over this way, and it's over. it's like it's not that much of a walk, but it allowed the crowd, because there are people all along the outer edge in the town and in the center of the town, kind of looking out on the roads like a Mardi Gras parade. You know, you got all these people walking down and people on the side of the road saying, "Hey, it's Sir Emmett, yay!" You know, it's one of those kind of things, even though nobody says that.
Do the Rhodes family wave at us?
You don't see them. I'm sure they're pickpocketing somebody
Yeah.
that is waving. Yeah, you don't see any of that. Okay, so when you get to the end, right, and the procession is kind of over with, the heralds speak up and they say, the horns blow from somewhere inside the keep. You don't see any horns, but you hear them, and then the heralds say, "Pay attention to the queen," and you can see the heralds pointing at the castle wall, at this tower right here. Okay, so at the top of this tower, which is like 4 stories, it's kind of tall. There's like a 4-story tower, and up there on the castle wall, well, actually the castle wall is probably 3 stories. She's on the castle wall, looking back into the crowd, and you see her. Let me see if I got some art. Well, you definitely see the Saracala up there. You also see You see this guy. You see that guy. He's a local. He's the son of the current. Yeah, he's the son of the current lord.
A prince?
No, the lord of the castle.
Oh.
And this is the lord of the castle, right there. So that's Sir Malden Harabor. He's the bastard son of the king, right?
Okay.
And then that's his son, Sir Merald, grandson of the king. And I can't believe I don't have this. Hang on. Give me just a moment. Speaking of which, they did just send, or whatever, the hardbacks. Apparently, they have been sending them out piece by piece, so I should be getting mine in soon.
Have you heard from anybody that's received it?
Not yet. I've already got the PDF already, but not the hardback. Wait, is this right? Is this it? This is it. I would think. Never a good sign. Okay, give me just a few seconds here.
The Harabor device is pretty complicated. The heraldry.
That's
I'm
how you know it's expensive.
I'm looking for a standalone picture of the queen
Mm-hmm.
because all the pictures that I've seen is like her and the king together. And the king is not up there with her. Oh, wait, who's this guy? Still, that's a guy. Saracala. Peony. Okay. I got another place I can check. Okay. That's the king's niece. Wait, what was that? Oh, that's another Harabor. Not that. Okay, I might have to give you a view of her with the king, even though the king's not there. And it's a horrible picture. I wish they would have given me a better picture. She got like an evil scowl on her face when she's not really. I'm going to show you this picture. It's comical, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm going to cut the king out of the picture. No, I'm gonna include the king because you probably have seen the king at some point, but just not today. Okay, that works. Let's do a little handout. And I'll just put king and queen on there. There you go. I cut half the picture off. But yeah, there's the king who is not present and the queen sitting next to him. You know, she's got her little headdress on, her crown, and, you know, queenly attire. Yeah.
The third guy's just some random attendant.
I think he's a herald.
Okay.
Looks more like a Greg to me.
So their last name is Elenza, which is the same as the bridge outside. Miganath is the king's name. The king went through many queens already, if I remember right.
I like the artwork of the tapestry in the back. That's pretty cool.
Okay, here we go. King Miganath. Okay, this would be common knowledge. Okay, he was spirited and rebellious. He had an older brother. Okay, well, let me rephrase that. He was spirited and rebellious while his older brother was alive. And then at age 20, Miganath took Lessel of Harabor, the daughter of a wealthy mercantiler, as his lover. She was a commoner. Miganath refused to marry anyone else, infuriating his father. Miganath lived in exile for a few years until the king forgave him. He had 2 sons by Lessel, Maldon and Chorus. She died bearing Chorus. Miganath took the loss hard and spent the next 7 years studying in seclusion. When Haldan died, Miganath, the oldest of the 3 remaining brothers, became the heir apparent. He returned to Tishal and undertook intensive study. Okay. Okay. He's popular among the common people because he has kept the kingdom prosperous and at peace. And then, 27 years later, he took the daughter of a Chebezian noble, the mistress, or as mistress, Lady Arilla, and she bore Miganath a son, Tulath. But rumors that she's an illegitimate daughter of Tarastra prevented marriage. So basically, he's into some strange stuff. Okay, and then Arilla and Miganath are still together. So this is Arilla. She is a mistress, and she has great power as she has the Lord Privy Seal, the trusted keeper of the king's records. So he's not married to her.
So Sir Malden is some other woman's child,
Correct.
not within anything to do with the. Okay.
Yeah, the mercantile's daughter, the commoner. The current queen, as they call her, is she's noble. She's noble blood. But he hasn't actually officially taken her on as a wife. Right?
Is she well liked by the populace? I mean, we know the king is.
The mixed reviews. Mixed reviews, because some people think that she is not a noble, like she's illegitimate, and then some people think that she's only with him because he's a king and not because of love or what have you. And then there's others that say that are wondering why they haven't gotten married, even though he swore that he would never marry after his first wife when she died. So he's tormented.
So there's no obvious heir to this throne.
Correct. No, obvious. I'm sure there's a lot of people that will claim it if the king was to disappear.
Has there been precedence of a bastard son taking a lineage? I mean,
When there's no better options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's never announced a successor.
He has not announced a successor.
There are no daughters.
Huh.
No daughters.
That's odd.
Are there nephews?
Second cousins removed.
There are brothers, or not brothers, but like there are relatives. You know, like an uncle has a kid, that kid might still be alive. So yeah, there's a lot of branches in this tree.
Who has power other than the king in the kingdom? And other than the queen? The church?
Yeah, the archbishop. Archbishop is probably as powerful as the king.
Would the archbishop be the one to give the official blessing of who the next king is?
Yes,
So he's very powerful right now.
correct. Yeah. And everybody's trying to suck up to him.
We just gave him 10,000. Come on.
Yeah, I know. And yeah. Okay, so she's up there and she says the king has asked me to preside over the tournament, and there's a little bit of a hush amongst, or a little murmur in the crowd, like, where's the king? Why isn't he here? You know, what's going on? I haven't seen him in a while. Have you seen the king? I don't know where the king is. You know, and the queen says, you know, welcome to the tournament. This is gonna be a great, you know, show of force and skill and honor and chivalry, and I can't wait to see who the winner is. And basically a lot of platitudes and, you know, a bunch of that sort of stuff. And here's a few words from the Saracala, and then he steps onto the out of the shadows onto the up there as well, and then he gives a long-winded, not a sermon, but like a blessing of strength, and, you know, may your lances strike true, and show Lady Lorani that you are worthy of her, you know, and do what's right and all that. And he basically goes over his little thing. Now, because he's soft-spoken, he's not very loud. It is kind of hard to hear him, but people don't really care. You know, it's like they have an idea of what he's saying, and they're just pretending to listen, you know. But and then the this is important. The queen, when she was speaking, she says, the king has sent me here to, you know, oversee the tournament and all that. He is currently not well. He is bedridden in Tashal, was unable to make the journey. Unfortunately, you know, but because this tournament's a yearly thing, we couldn't just postpone it. So, and the invitations, you know, went out, and we're just gonna do this. Basically saying the show must go on. And then, after about an hour of the priest giving his sermon, the the Pelnala of the local order of the Balm of Joy leads a Peonian service. So the peony priest says, everybody bow your head and give thanks to the crops and the water and the weather and the farmlands and the food and the meat and the steaks and all that stuff. And basically, she's kind of like not a nature god, but yes, kind of like an agriculture god or goddess. And it's funny that both the gods in this kingdom are female, but okay. And that goes on for about an hour while you guys participate in that. And then the herald steps forward again and says, and now it is time to swear your oath. For those of you that have already sworn your oath to the king, you are free to go, or you can swear your oath. And there's not a lot, a few people will just leave. There are some people that just get up and walk away. There are some people that are ranking nobles that have been here before. Even Sir Emmett, like you said, he was here last year. He stays, and he's going to swear his oath again to the king. And the herald, I don't have my document up, or do I? I can make this happen. There we go. So the herald begins the oath, and then he'll basically say it out, and then you're supposed to repeat it, and then he'll say, say your name, and then you input your own name into the thing. You've done this before, maybe not to the king, and I'm gonna read it to you just so you understand what you're saying. If you are not saying this, you need to let me know. If you are saying it, I'm just going to assume you're saying it. Okay, 1 second. Here do I swear by mouth and hand fealty and service to the crown and kingdom of Caldor, to speak and to be silent, to do and to let be, to come and to go, to serve and to teach in such matters as concern this realm, in need or in plenty, in peace or in war, in living or in dying, until the crown depart their throne, or death take me, or the world end. So say I, state your name. Right? And then you would repeat that out and state your name. And then you can hear the crowd repeating this, and it's like an echo. It's not they're not all in unison, but they're all saying it, and you can hear this, and it lasts for a few seconds, and it's pretty loud because you're looking at over 100 people saying the same thing. And then once that's over, the queen steps forward and says, and this do we hear, and we, for our part, swear fealty to these peers of Caldor, and to all their households, to protect and defend them against every creature from all our power until we depart from the throne, or death take us, or the world ends. So say we, the king and queen of Caldor. Did everybody repeat their oath? Okay.
Yes.
So basically you've sworn fealty to the crown and to the kingdom. So that just means you're official now. right? Okay. Um,
As far as the oath goes, if the king dies, we would need to swear a new fealty oath, right?
correct.
When you say to the kingdom, it's this current king's kingdom.
The crown
The crown.
and the king, dumb. So when if the king, yes, because it's both. It's
Yeah.
basically the land and the people and the ruler. So if one of if and it doesn't say if death takes them, it just says so you would still owe fealty to them, but when a new king steps in, you would have to also swear fealty to them.
Right, but
Because you'd still respect the dead
if
body.
we choose, let's say there's 3 pretenders, any one is on the table for us to follow with a new oath without being an oath breaker if the king is dead, right?
There's
There's no implied fealty to.
that's the rub. Yeah.
What's the rub?
Everything you say is correct, but
Okay.
also incorrect. Because if there's 3 people saying that they're king, that doesn't mean they're all king. And if you swear fealty to the one, the other 2, you're oath breakers. Because they believe they're the king and you swore fealty to that guy. So it could be a civil war.
I get that. Okay. Is there any no, never mind.
Yeah, so you could either wait until one of them is recognized as and that's due to that would be the pretenders would have to abdicate and basically just say, okay, yeah, I recognize you as the king, and then the archbishop would crown them. But if the archbishop jumps the gun and crowns before the others
But by
abdicate,
default, if the new king is crowned, does our oath from today transfer to the new king?
no.
Okay, so there's no breaking of that oath. You
Right.
just might back the wrong guy and then have to abdicate or recant that oath and reaffirm.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
And it really has a lot to do with what you believe, right? What you think is right. Right? Because other people can't really tell you what is right. They can, but you don't have to listen to them. Okay, so yeah, so after the ceremony, everybody starts to kind of break apart and disappear and fade into the crowd, go back to their campsites or what have you. And it's about 2 p.m. when all of this is over with.
Did we see Lady Lorella in any of that? Keeping an eye on Sir Emmett.
Oh, you're talking about Sir Emmett's girl?
Yeah.
She was not with him through any of that. Sir Emmett was like right next to you guys
Oh,
the whole
okay.
time. Yeah, you're basically with him. Okay, hang on. Opening ceremonies. At the formal swearing, the horn of Ambrathus is blown, which is a jeweled golden ram's horn. It's a priceless holy relic. And then you hear a lot of huzzahs. Okay.
We're not going to let Tim near that horn.
Okay, we go there and this. Okay, so I think we should go back to. This is what Sir Emmett says. I think we should go back to the camp. Um, drop off whatever we're not going to use for the day, or get your leather pouch fixed, and then maybe visit some of the other camps or whatever you want to do. And I'm going to go over to I'll go over to Lorella's pavilion, and if you want to meet her, I can introduce.
Sure, would like that.
Okay.
So, when would he want to go to there? When do you want to go to meet?
Right now.
Show us the lady. Oh, we'll go right now then.
Yeah, make a beeline.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go back to the camp, drop off whatever poles and
Right.
and little standards that you might be carrying, and then head over there.
Sure.
Okay, so you guys go up to the noble camp, and then over here where it says Chelabin Hall, those are some. That's also a campsite, but it's nobles that are not participating in the tournament, that are here for other reasons, but are still camping out on the field. And she has a pavilion, and as you approach the pavilion, you can see that she is currently speaking with another knight. And I already showed you his picture.
Hmm.
Sir Goran? No. Sir Cade? No. Must be under personalities. Sir Emmett? No, not yet. Okay. This is her. And this is who she's talking to.
Hmm.
And as you approach, she says something to him that you don't hear. Well, actually, give me an awareness test, and then maybe you will hear it.
Is this the knight with the black shield?
Yes.
Okay, because I had it spelled different, so thank you for that information.
Okay. Yeah, he's got a great last name. Uldariani. Okay. Yeah, so you didn't hear it. Bernier didn't hear it. Guymore, you hear it. Right? She says something like, I've already given him my favor.
Does it look like they're having a pleasant conversation, or this is an unpleasant that they're sort of arguing?
No, he's being very chivalrous. You know, he's in front of her, treating her like a lady. And but you hear her reply, I've already given him my favor. And you can see, everyone can see his face changes, his disappointment, right? He's like, oh. And then he sees Sir Emmett walking towards the pavilion, and he steps out from behind the lady, walks around her, and approaches Sir Emmett, and he points his finger out at him and says, you stay away. She is mine. And then Sir Emmett pulls out the scarf. Lorelia is a free maiden. And then Sir Orden, Audrin. There's an R in there. There should be an R in Audrin. Okay, so let me edit that. Is that how you had it?
Yeah, I had Audrin.
It's Audrin.
O-D-R-E-N written down.
That's right. That is correct. It is Audrin.
I've been known to misspell. I mean, I can't even read. It's a wonder I can write.
So Sir Audrin looks at the scarf, gives the scarf a scowl, and then looks back at the lady and says, "I hope you'll watch me at the tournament," and then stomps away.
It's better than TV. Okay.
And Sir Emmett walks up to the Lady Lorella and says, "Lady Lorella, these are my teammates in the melee, and they're going to be assisting me during the jousts. If you'd like to introduce yourselves." And he kind of steps back. Why? He can't remember your names.
My lady, I am Sir Guymar Forwarthy. It's an honor to meet you.
She bows and offers her hand as a handshake.
I'll do the same.
Give a little kiss. Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you. Anyone that is a friend of Sir Emmett is a friend of mine.
Yes, we'll definitely be rooting for him and assisting him in any way possible during his jousting.
Oh, nice. And the
I'll
rest?
do the appropriate bows.
Okay.
Sir
She does a
Bernier
curtsy.
Holiday,
She
at
curtsies.
your service.
Yeah.
And we're honored to fight alongside your knight, Sir Emmett, and then walk back.
She offers her hand for the kisses.
Oh yeah, we do the thing.
Okay.
Fade to black.
Muted.
My bad.
Okay.
And I am Sir Reynard. I shall be taking home, I hope, the position of champion this year.
Oh, that's a bold statement. And then she looks over at Sir Emmett. You going to allow that to happen? He won't beat
he'll
me.
be taking the joust.
He won't be beating me. Okay. Well, it's good to have bravado. And everyone there can make an awareness test.
Oh no.
Someone is hiding in the shadows.
Marginal success.
Well, that's good.
Oh, all of us noticed.
Yeah. Father is inside the pavilion looking out from the flaps.
Her father?
Her father is
We
inside
just
the tent.
assume we assume that's her father then.
Well, yeah, just some strange guy in her pavilion about her father's age. Yeah, just looking out, looking at you guys to see who you are, what you're doing, making sure that she's not getting herself into any trouble. Chaperoning. So, do you know when you joust? And he says tomorrow morning is the first joust, and I don't know who they're pairing me up against, but it does not matter. I will beat them soundly. And she's like, "Oh, you're my hero." And then you hear from inside the tent. Lorella, get in here. Stop carousing. And she's like, "Oh, father." And then she goes in the tent. It was nice meeting you guys.
Have fun.
Okay, she go. Right. And now Sir Emmett and Rald both look at you guys and they're like, they nod, and then that guy over there, yeah, he's too late. He's too slow.
They're pointing to Sir Orden.
Or
Audrin.
Audrin, yep, Sir Audrin. He's too slow.
Is Sir Audrin out of earshot? Did
He is
walk
now.
away?
Yeah, he's out of earshot.
Are we out of earshot of the tent?
Can be. You're not, but you can be.
When we are,
Okay.
I'll speak.
Okay, go ahead.
Sir
Nothing else is
Emmett,
happening right now. So.
Is there still time for Sir Audrin to choose your shield off the wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's going to happen.
Yeah. Anytime before tomorrow. Well, not anytime. I guess it has to be in the daylight
Mm-hmm.
while the heralds are
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
Sir,
What
Sir
is-
Emmett, have you ever met the lady Ebria's father?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ebrius.
Trust-
Ebrius. You're talking about Lorella's father?
Yeah, Lady Ebria.
Ebria. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a bailiff of Albernet, which is a manor near Olokand here. He doesn't rightly approve of me because I have nothing to offer her.
I got that impression.
I'm kind of a poor knight. No land, no property really. But once I become part of the royal guard, I'll stand a chance. And
Yeah.
anyway, love, nothing can defeat our love. So I met her last year, fell in love. Haven't seen her since. You know. Well, I'm back to my tent and killing the rest of the day, and then he leaves.
Do we need to purchase white handkerchiefs for the melee?
No, you were given that.
Okay.
Yeah, or
Um,
will be given that on the field in melee.
I'd like to. I'll transfer the money to my small bag. Put that in the backpack so that I have an empty pouch that needs to be repaired.
Okay.
And if anybody wants to come with me, I'm going to head over to the stalls and see if there's somebody who can sew new straps to this thing.
Rald
Maybe
says
a
I can do that.
Oh yeah, I'll go with all.
Yeah. So he takes you back to the campsite, and he's got like a little bit of leather working, you know,
Oh, okay.
in case there's any armor damages or whatever. He can like put a couple of thongs through it, punch a few holes, and tie it up, seal it up. You just need a strap so it'll go back on your belt, right?
Maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or 5.
Yeah. Put a couple of straps and make them out of
Couple
chain.
straps.
Yeah.
But
Maybe you'll start a new fad. You'll have a wallet on the end of a chain. Okay.
So I think for the rest of the tournament, I will put like 15 coins in the pouch,
Right.
and the rest will be in the bag, tied up and hidden in my back sack.
Okay. So you're carrying your backpack around town.
Yeah, I
Okay.
am now.
Okay.
I mean, there's no other place on my person that I can try
Well,
to
there's a
avoid
tent.
getting that.
There's a tent. But, that doesn't mean people can't be going through the tents, but
Yeah,
that would be kind of criminal.
It'd be intense.
Yeah. That's right. Okay, so are you guys going to do anything for the rest of the day other than just get ready for the next day? What I mean
No,
by
just
that
get ready.
is, are you just going to, do you have any other business you need to take care of? Or are we ready to just advance to the joust?
Our daily practice.
Absolutely. I'm assuming that. I
Yeah,
assume
okay.
that. Yeah. Really? Kecklin can do that, huh? Okay, so it's the day of the jousts. You can see that people are coming and going up to the galleries, which are basically bleachers, and the teams are pretty much on the ends, and Sir Emmett, his first match is not with Sir Ordrin.
Is there only one joust at a time, or are there multiple? I know there's
One-
just one field on this
Yeah,
screen.
yeah. That's correct. That's the actual size of the field. There is only one joust at a time.
Okay.
So you're looking at 64 jousts in the day.
That's a lot.
Right. Each joust taking maybe 15 minutes. And then, so yeah, it's going to be a long day. Yeah, so while you're helping Sir Emmett, and he jousts, and all of this is predetermined because I've already rolled. He beats this knight soundly, strikes him a couple of times, and finally, after 3 passes, he has two lances. The other guy has 1, so he's declared the winner. The guy's eliminated, and he's going to move on to the next day.
We cheer vociferously.
Right. There is someone. And you notice Sir Ordrin also watches, but doesn't cheer. But Sir Ordrin had won his joust 2 hours previously, so he's also going to be moving on. But there is someone in the crowd that looks like a hunchback. Well, he doesn't look like a hunchback. He is a hunchback.
In the stands, or
Well, you guys aren't in the stands. You're on the side. There are bleachers, but there's also like an area where you can stand in front of the bleachers. That is called the stands, because everybody's standing there. There's like a rail so a horse don't run into them, but they're still standing. It's the sideline. It's the sidelines.
is that for poor people, or people that do you have to have special permission to get there?
No, yeah, it's for people that can't afford to pay for the seats.
Okay.
Yeah. And this guy is standing there. Did I show everybody? Maybe I did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's him. That's Kecklin. But yeah, he's a hunchback, and I think he was mentioned previously by the bard. Can't be too many hunchbacks in this area.
Do you guys remember what he said about him? I off the top of my head, I don't.
I'm not going to tell you what he said, but you do remember vaguely that the bard mentioned a hunchback. In regards to learning more about the tall tales.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I do remember now. I do remember that.
I don't.
He has more information about the ghosts and the hole in the ground.
Oh, yeah.
We definitely want to talk to that guy.
Yeah, let's go talk to him now before he gets lost in the crowd.
Oh, he's not moving anywhere. He's not going anywhere. He's just watching the jousts.
We're gonna go grab him and threaten him to over the well. Okay.
He,
It's our mantra.
okay, so you
That's
approach him
our thing
between
now.
between jousts. Okay, or after a joust.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, you're out of place over there. You belong either seated or on a horse.
we were told that you have information about the ghost
Oh,
of
the
Prince
ghost.
Brant
Prince Brant,
and
right.
and the
He's looking around like, is there someone punking him?
and the Onacetrum, and we're very
Oh.
intrigued by this
That
mystery. And
that be for those who seek an early death. I can't speak like that without my throat. But he goes, that be for those who seek an early death. I know many dark legends. I even believe the Marath lives in the Onacetrum.
The what?
Oh, you don't know. That's why you ask.
By the way, the
It's-
coughing really adds to the story.
Hey, it's part of his
This is
appeal.
acting like I haven't seen it in a long time. So
Yeah, it's the Marath, and I don't mean like a swampy spot where you get stuck. I'm talking about a creature this big. It's a monster, I tell you. It has a hatred for life.
have you seen it? The Marath?
And then he looks at himself and he's like, would I be standing here if I had seen the Marath?
I don't know your powers. It's possible.
Oh, they what you be knowing about powers? And then he pulls out a deck of tarot cards.
Okay.
Would you like a reading?
Absolutely.
All right. Hand it over.
I'll reach into my little pouch in the front where I put 15 coins, and I'll take out a penny.
A penny, okay.
Well, it's a day's wages, right?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of money for a
Yeah.
hunchback.
Mhm.
He is approximately 5'2".
So I tower over him by 2 inches.
He has gray hair, blue eyes, and a medium complexion. He is light frame but hunchback, and he's plain. Okay, he makes a tarot roll. Where's my percentile dice? Oh, that's pretty damn good. Okay.
I see you going into a hole.
No. Okay. He pulls out 3 cards. One of them is a dragon. And he says, "A dragon." And then he pulls another one out and it's a spear. And he says, "A dragon, a spear. What could this third one be?" He pulls it out and of course it's death. And he says,
Aren't they always?
aren't they always? He goes, "Oh, that can't be right. You guys are well on your way to being alive." And he puts it together, he reshuffles. However he does. And he's shuffling the deck, and he goes, "Let me try this again." And he's concentrating. You can see the math equations flying around his head. And then he pulls a card out, and it's a dragon. He pulls another one out, it's a spear. And he goes, "No, it can't be." And he pulls the third one out, and it is death. And then he looks at his cards, he turns them over, and they're all different kinds of cards, like trees and plants and animals and weather and sun and all different kinds of things. And he's like, "We got the same result twice. It must be true."
Is it because we only gave you 1 penny? We can give you more.
No. What this tells me is this dragon says there is a threat. There is a threat either to you or the kingdom or those that you love, but there is a threat of some kind. And the spear says you will face that challenge head on. And death says, how do I say this without hurting anybody's feelings? Someone's going to die. And it could be you. And then he puts it back, shuffles it up, and he says, I don't want to be around you if you're going to die. And then he disappears into the crowd.
Well,
Not
we
just
know-
not just vanishes, but he's like,
I was going to say, he told you he had powers.
no, he just says, okay, it's nice knowing you guys, and he disappears, he starts running with his one silver he's happy to have.
We're all going to die. I mean,
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, we know one thing. The cards are not for Bernier.
Boy.
I don't think you've won a raffle in your life.
I know. I'm not going to be facing anything head on. The death, I think, is obvious. I'm not fighting a Marath head on. Not with my stats. I could get lucky. Anybody could roll a 0-1 when they needed it.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
he has the
said it-
skill.
he said it could be one of us, but we know it's not you because you don't win.
All right.
So you're safe.
I'm lucky.
He also has monster folklore as a skill.
Who does? The guy?
Yeah, actually, in this game they don't call them monsters. There's not. I mean, monster is kind of like a colloquial term. You actually call them Ivashu. Yeah, I'll post this.
I've got a monster skill as well, but it's in my physical skills.
Yeah, Ivashu. It's a parenthesis, or yeah, but Ivashu. You've heard of these? These are creatures that they're usually one of a kind creatures, usually that are created by one of the gods to as experimental, like Frankenstein. They experiment with things and they create these weird monsters, or not they. I say this one god does this, and he releases them into the world to see what happens. And
Sounds
so,
chaotic.
yeah, Ivashu are, yeah, he's not a good guy.
Yeah.
And Ivashu are around, and they're almost always bad. But that doesn't, just because they were, like, would you say Frankenstein's monster was bad? Not really, right? And so they're just, but they're monsters. They might have to kill people to live or whatever. And he says that one of them, the Marath, is down that hole. But how would he know? He, like you said, he never saw it.
And he could be just a very good trickster with cards.
Right.
Okay, we'll go back to the tournament, I guess, if there's nothing else to mess with. It's interesting.
Okay. So the day is over. If you want to just progress to the next day,
Yeah.
there's no celebrations or anything that's happening. It's just the tournament on the 13th, and then Emmett won, and so he's going to be advancing. And now on the 14th, I'm not sure. There's a dinner at some point. Feast is on the 17th, right? I don't know. Let's see here. Tourney schedule. Actually, they start the feast on the 15th. It lasts until the 17th. Okay. But yeah, Okay, so you go back to the tent, and Yeah, the 13th was between 5 a.m. and 8 p.m. is the first round. They do about 4 runs per hour throughout the day. Yeah. Mason, give me percentile.
Okay. 2.
Really?
Really, really.
Nothing happens. Okay. That
I'll take
Oh,
means
that.
wait,
yeah.
I meant 97.
You meant 30. You read it backwards. No, okay. Just letting you guys know, I've got one page that says what happens in the tournament on each time tick, and then deep in the book I've got another thing that says what happens in the tournament, and I'm like, why don't they put them all, whatever. Because this is the tournament and then this is the adventure, and they say, so okay, that's the 13. Jousting begins. Sir Emmett, yeah, you talk to Kecklin. Okay. So on the 13th, it's finished. You guys just practice and then wait to go to the 15th. Sorry, the 14th.
Mhm.
Okay. And you guys have a place to stay. It's just in Sir Emmett's tent. And again, the weather seems to be nice. There's no like thunderstorms, rain, snow. It wouldn't happen anyway in this month. But okay. So on the 14th, you guys make yourselves ready. It's also another full day of tourneys. There's only 64 competitors at this point, so there's 32 jousts. So quite a bit less. But it's still 5 to 8. It's just that there's a little bit of a time between. It's not so rushed, right? If you want, you can. Most of a lot of the people are not attending the joust. You'll see less people. Well, for one thing, they got eliminated, so they've left, right? And then there's others that were here to see their knight win and they lost, so they leave. And then there's others that are now attending a peony service, which is going to last all day, right? But the joust is a separate thing.
So you said there's 32 jousts?
Yeah,
So
64
there's
competitors.
64, so we're 2 away from the 16.
Correct. That sounds right. Because at the end of today, there's only going to be 32.
Right.
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 Okay, so again, Audrin is not paired up with Emmett. They're not challenging each other. They don't feel the need to do that. They're not so petty to do that. Or are they? Okay. So the 14th. Yeah, today is round 64. And Sir Emmett wins his contest with some difficulty. Witnessed again by Lorella and her father. They both are in the stands watching. Then later, Sir Audrin also wins. So they both qualified for round 32. Okay. So, do you want to just advance? Unless you wanted to do something in town, which you really don't. You're watching all these people joust, maybe picking something up, maybe learning, helping Sir Emmett. He's now a little banged up and bruised, but a good night's rest is going to heal him right up. So,
Does he want a potion?
no, I mean, I'll be all right. Rald is here to tend to my wounds, and I've got all night to rest.
Okay.
Yeah, you can make a physician test to see like how badly he's injured or whatever.
Yes.
Okay, you can get a +20 on that.
Oh.
He looks like he's not going to make it. He's going to pass in his sleep.
Yeah, that's just because he's old.
Just because it was a failure.
Yeah, you can't tell. He's got a bruise on his pinky toe. You know,
You might as well put him out of his misery.
That's right. Amputate from the neck up. Okay, so no, he's good. And Sir Emmett's like, I'm gonna sleep it off. I'll be okay. And even if I don't, and even though I'm not okay, I'll just go into the next day injured. But he's not. Or it's minor.
Yeah.
But you don't know exactly what happened. Okay, so we're going to jump to the 15th.
It would seem so.
Okay, we can do that. I don't mind zipping past stuff if nothing's really happening. But let's go ahead and give me a percentile roll. I'm asking Mason.
54.
Okay. Just to keep it like one person. Could be anybody. Okay. So let's do this. Let's all roll a die. It's going to be 5 dice and 5d6, and you have to roll less than your stamina.
There's no way. 5d6.
5d6, just roll. You can click on the stamina die and it should come up with how many dice? Yeah, like you test stamina. There you go.
Oh.
No.
Well, I rolled. Oh, so not 5d6
No,
like I
what
did?
are you doing? Hold on. What are you doing? You click the die. It says, "What's the attribute modifier?" Oh, 5. Right. That's right. It's 5. Okay, that's not correct. Just roll 5d6, and you got to get less than your stamina. Because there's 2 ways to roll it. You can roll it with the percentile dice, or you can roll it with the, yeah. So did you get a 16 or a 19? No, you probably don't have a stamina of 19.
Nope.
So that's a.
Mine matches.
Okay, so that's good. You pass.
I rolled an 18 and my
Oh,
stamina's 13.
Oh, okay.
Way
So
up at the top.
yeah. So Guy and Bernier have diarrhea all day
Oh, you drank the water.
of the 14th.
On the
So
14th?
on
Okay.
the day that just passed, right? So basically you were helping Sir Emmett on the field, but every now and then you had to run to the privy and come back. You ate something the night before that just didn't sit right, or you drank something that just didn't sit right, and apparently Reynard's constitution is a little higher and was able to deal with it. Okay, I thought you would fail with 5d6, but you know, it's supposed to be a failure, but that's okay. Okay, so we're going to jump to the 15th. And when the pairings are announced, the heralds announce that Sir Emmett has been challenged by not Audrin.
Oh.
I know. Weird.
The Morath.
The Morath. Sir Brahmas. Right? So Sir Brahmas challenges Sir Emmett. And because Sir Brahmas is a higher ranking noble, Sir Emmett cannot refuse. So
Do we know Brahmas at all? We heard the name.
you've seen him joust earlier. You've seen him get hit a few times, but win his matches, or he wouldn't be in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's taken a beating. But apparently he can take it. But they haven't had any words. So you haven't seen Sir Emmett and him have any words or any. There's no reason for this higher ranking to challenge Sir Emmett. There must be a reason.
Have we seen this Brahmas hang around Audrin at all?
Give me an awareness test.
Here we go. Plus 20?
No plus. This is just a. No, you had diarrhea. You've seen the inside of a privy most of the day.
How convenient. Okay.
Okay, so late in the day, the bout between Sir Emmett and Sir Brahmas. Wait. Okay. While Sir Emmett is on his horse, getting ready to charge, they're waiting for the herald to give the word to go. Sir Audrin walks up to you three, kind of as a, like, hey guys, coming up, all chummy and everything. And he says, what do you think? How many pieces of Sir Emmett you think will be left after Sir Brahmas has crushed the Vagabond Knight?
Who's the Vagabond Knight?
Sir Emmett.
How did he get that name?
Look at him. Look at his armor. It's rusted. Some of that's fallen off of his horse. I can't believe that horse is even walking. But either way, I think Sir Brahmas will take him. I can't wait. Can't wait. And then he walks off. All proud of himself.
You guys, I thought Olokand was supposed to be a nice place. I didn't realize everyone just let their dogs bark in the street.
Woof woof. Okay.
I wouldn't pick a fight. I'm not feeling so good.
The bout between Sir Emmett and Sir Brahmas takes place in the late afternoon. You'll notice that Sir Brahmas has a hard time holding his shield properly. His arm is obviously injured and he's having a hard time lifting it up. After a fierce contest, Sir Emmett wins. And then he's like, he comes back to you guys, leaps off his horse. 16, baby!
Obviously, he didn't get the.
And so do you say anything about your conversation?
Nah.
Yeah, I'll say that Adrian came by and was confident Brahmas was win that fight.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Hey, Audrin!
Had to do it. Had to do it.
It's you and me tomorrow! And Audrin can refuse, because he's a higher ranking noble. He glances over at Lorelia, who's watching, and then he says, I'll see you tomorrow. And you can see he's furious. And you hear something from the sideline if you make an awareness test.
Oh, man. I should be getting better at awareness. Hey! Take it. We'll take it.
You hear in the crowd, they say something like, Sir Audrin has never defeated Sir Brahmas. And now, Sir Audrin is taking on Sir Emmett, who just beat Sir Brahmas.
But we know that Sir Brahmas had a bad, gimpy left arm.
Yeah, he was injured. Yeah. Okay, so Sir Emmett is like super elated that, and he goes over to Lorelia and says, our future, it's this close. We're so close. I'll be back tomorrow. And she's like, I'll be watching. And Father's sitting there like, why did he win? And it's back to the campsite. Do you have anything you'd like to do that night?
I think
You'd like to roll percentile. That's what you'd like to do.
Okay. Hold on. Why is it not?
Am I feeling better
Oh, yeah.
later in the day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
17.
Oh, no unusual events.
It may be prudent
Yep.
for us to set some sort of watch tonight against mischievousness. Not that I would suspect any contestants of foul play, but I suspect a contestant of foul play. Desperate
Take
men
turns.
will do stupid things for love.
We'll take turns.
Yeah, for sure.
Be about 2.5 hours each.
Is his horse here with us too, or is it in a stable somewhere?
No, there's no stable. There's manure everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
there was
so they
like
can't-
200 horses. There's not enough stables in the. Yeah, they're out on the field,
Well,
tied up.
I mean, that's what, squires are for. So.
That's right. Yeah, he's taking care of the horse. They're bringing
So,
in.
I
They're
mean-
bringing in food every day to feed the horses. Yeah.
So we can keep an eye on that too, so they don't do
Yeah,
anything
it's close
mischievous.
enough that you could keep an eye on that as well.
I'll take first watch. We're going to keep it quiet from.
Okay.
I'll take
Yeah,
the
we
second
don't
watch.
have to tell Sir Emmett. We couldn't sleep. Stomach problems.
Right. Stomach problems.
The
Only
best
if you-
lie isn't a lie.
I've never randomly rolled diarrhea, so that's interesting.
Okay. The we have to attend the feast.
Okay.
Which
Before
is
before this evening?
yeah, that's where we're gonna eat our meal for this
Okay.
evening. Yeah, and then once the meal for the 15th, 16th, and 17th, we have to eat our meal at the Chelabin Hall, which is the area right outside the jousting field, and that's where all the 16 and above and all the senior nobles will all be there celebrating the legend of the Sir whatever the name of that month is.
So big celebration, huh?
Of Saint Ambrathus. It is a kind of a big celebration. It's considered a ritual, if you attend this, you will be blessed by Lorani and all that. And so everybody goes, that can attend, and you can attend, and plus the food is a lot better there. It's a big feast. You probably are not going to be taking your backpacks with you to this feast. You're not going to be taking your. You can take your swords and your shield. You probably have to sit your shield off to the side somewhere.
I was hoping to take a bag of food for snacks.
You're going to a feast.
No, for taking snacks home.
Oh, like a doggy bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of money right now. No, I'm kidding. We're good. Feast. I love free food.
Okay. Okay, so you go to the food. The squires are not invited, so all the squires stay in the campsite. He's cleaning the horses, shoveling the manure, making sure his armor is put back together. So we're all just taking care of camp while you guys are off to eat. Okay, so you guys spend the evening celebrating. What's her name? The Sir Emmett's betrothed is there as well, and they're sitting close to where you guys are at. You can sit anywhere you want. It's not at this feast. Everyone's an equal as far as they're concerned. It's except for the Archbishop. He's the not the equal, but everybody else is equal. And everybody's there. The Queen is there. The manor lord, basically anybody that's anybody is here in the Chelabin Hall taking part in the feast. Did you want to do anything while at the feast? Other than eat?
Just, is Sir Ordrin here too?
He is? Yep.
I'm just gonna.
And
keep
he's
an eye on
giving
him.
you can tell that he's giving Emmett he's poking him with his eyes, giving him
Yeah.
daggers. Yeah. But he's being nice, but he's not, and he's being cheerful and friendly, but you can tell that he's upset that Emmett is here with the woman he wanted to be here with.
Is Brahmas here?
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't leave even though he got defeated. Yeah, he's
Is
still
he
here.
is he buddy with Odrin?
There's going to be a roll.
Intrigue.
It might be intrigue. I think it is intrigue, but let's just double check. Because I'm right there. Yep, that's it. Intrigue.
Well, I couldn't hardly make awareness. This is going to be even twice as hard.
So you're not really in on the social game.
You've done it before.
But I do really well.
Yeah, they know each other and they're friendly with each other. But they're not, best friends. But they know each other. They sit and talk and they shake hands and give each other a
Okay.
bro hug and stuff like that. But they're not,
Okay. So they don't come across as compatriots in any way. They're just acquainted. Or they know each other.
I mean,
They're work buddies.
There's no way you could determine if they're compatriots unless you went over and spoke to them. But just
Okay.
observing them, they are friendly with each other. They do give each other hugs and handshakes. They're drinking together and eating together, but Audrin is also eating with a lot of people. Right? He's smoozing, like he's around talking to a lot of different people. But yeah,
Okay.
he's very friendly with Promise. Anything else? Just making the observation and eating and drinking.
Just keeping my eye on Ordrin just to make sure.
Okay.
Where's
he
Lorella?
just
He'll come over to you guys eventually and say, he says to Sir Emmett, congratulations. I saw your joust today with Sir Brahmas. I really expected him to win, but what can you do when your opponent is wounded, your joust was handed to you, so I hope you enjoy it.
backhanded compliment if I've heard one. So
And you guys, I don't know who you are or why you're associated with this knight, but
we met on the road, and he
I
has
would
been
just
nothing
watch
but
yourselves
kind to us.
because that's Sir Emmett.
Yeah, the
He'll
great
take
Sir
what you
Emmett.
love the most, and then he looks over at the girl,
Well, he's a gentleman, sir.
and then he leaves,
Okay.
and he goes
Something
back
I
to
can't
being
say about you.
cheerful and happy.
It's weird that there's not an age
Okay, lost.
requirement to be a knight.
Lost audio, just a second. Okay, it's up.
It's weird that they don't have an age requirement to be a knight. They just let toddlers in here now.
He looks at you.
Jeez, we had to work for this.
Yeah.
Apparently, they'll hand out night chips to anybody these days. I'll say
I
to
know.
Raynard.
I agree with you. And he looks over at Rayno. Raynor.
Uh,
Okay, so the night goes on without a hitch, except maybe the queen. She kind of shakes hands, says hi to some people. If you want to, you can approach her. You can ask her questions. You can interrogate her. You can try to court her. You can do whatever. But this is with different levels of success. But no, you can do. She's there. She's present. She's within arm's reach. Or you can just let her pass. I mean, she is the king's main squeeze. So
I think the only thing that can happen would be on the negative for me. So because I'd have to try to succeed at something. I've had my critical success for the day.
right.
No, better part of valor. I mean, it's like not risking the 1,000 pence on the warhorse tournament either. That's just the better part of valor.
So everyone here can make a stamina roll. This time it is an actual roll. You click on the stat and the multiplier is 3. No, 3. It is 3. And this is a test. Okay.
Gosh.
Multiplier is 3. What's that mean?
When you click on the die next to your stamina, it'll ask you what the multiplier is. You put 3.
Oh, okay. It defaults to that.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, because that's normally what the rule. Okay, you're all wasted.
Nice.
I'm marginally wasted.
You're marginally wasted. Everyone else is critically wasted. So you are helping them make it back to the tent. They are singing some body, songs you never heard before. They're just their eyes are rolling around in their heads. They can't walk a straight line. You guys are wasted. You'll notice that on the way back to camp, and so is Sir Emmett. Sir Emmett's probably the worst. He's probably more wasted than all of you.
Worst.
Yeah. And you
Our armor counted against us getting drunk. Okay.
so it's your ability to move.
Okay.
And so you're you get back to the noble camp. You'll notice that there are guards walking around all over the place because they know that all the knights are away at the feast. So there were extra guards posted in the noble camp. And then you make it to your pavilion. When you do, you notice that the fire is only embers, right? It hasn't been attended to, which there wouldn't be anything to cook anyway because you guys are off eating at the feast. And there's no need for really a fire, but there is embers. And when you make it inside the pavilion, you don't see Rald anywhere. He's gone.
Oh.
And Sir Emmett goes face first on his bunk. Boom. He's passed out.
Can I swear to
And you guys are all basically passed out. Except for Bernier, you can actually last an extra 2 or 3 minutes before you pass out.
Okay.
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 Give me a percentile roll.
Okay. 18.
Perfect. Nothing happens through the night. And the 16th? Yeah, that's what we're going to, I think.
Certainly sounds like a number.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep track of the days and the times. Okay, the second day of the feast, the 16th. Okay. So they make an announcement and they let Sir Emmett know that he has a match with Sir Audrin late morning. So he's like, okay, I'm going up against Sir Audrin. It's either me or him, right? And then, so he goes, I'm going to go, after he's got to go to the privy. I'm going to stretch my legs, catch my breath, and
Do we see the squire?
no.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. No square. And so I'm going to stretch my leg. He doesn't even notice. He's like, I'm going to stretch my legs, find out what's going, get some fresh air, and then I'll be back and we'll get ready for the joust later on. Rald, where's Rald? Where's my breakfast? Rald, where's my breakfast? Okay. What?
Let's go see if let's see if Squire Rald is with the horse.
The horse is like right outside the tent.
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah. So when you step outside, it would there's like a tent with a hitching post and a tent with a hitching post, a tent with a hitching post. Yeah. And so the horses would be right outside.
Okay.
But yeah, you can go out there and look around, see if he's out with the horses or whatever.
Yeah.
No, he's not. Nobody's outside. I mean, there's
Did it look like
there's other knights in the area.
Did it look
And
like
others-
he slept in his bed, his cot, or whatever he sleeps on?
Well, it's
Could
hard
you
to
tell?
tell, but no.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just furs or whatever. But no, it's
Okay.
you don't remember seeing him when you came in, and you don't remember him coming in through the night, and he's not there now. So I wonder where Sir Rald. Sir Rald. I mean, I've already promoted him. I wonder where Rald is.
No, you said it. It's for keeps.
Yeah. So
I think
it's not like him to not be here. And then Sir Emmett steps outside the tent to make sure he's not by the horses or whatever, just like you did. And one of the knights from across the way says, So you can't satisfy the woman, huh?
What?
And then he says, what are you talking about? Yeah, we know. Chicka chicka brown cow. And he goes, what are you talking about? Yeah, that woman last night. She left unsatisfied.
What?
And then a night, like a different night over on another campsite says, yeah, that black-haired beauty. She's like built like a racehorse. And she had a ripped bodice. She ran out of there like you were trying to take advantage of her. And Sir Emmett's like, what? I am not. I would never. I have a fiance.
Built like a racehorse.
I think Sir Ogden.
And then a woman appears with a large contingent of guards behind her, and she has a torn bodice that she's holding in her boobs because they would pop out if she didn't. And she says, "He's the one that raped me." And she points at Sir Emmett. And the guards approach Sir Emmett and say, "You will have to come with us, sir." And the guys on the other side are like, "Yeah, that's her. That's the girl that ran out of the tent."
Oh, wait. Well, we weren't. We were all passed out, huh?
Yep. All four of you.
What about Rolled?
He wasn't there. I mean, he might have been there somewhere, but you never saw him. Okay, I'm trying to get to the, here it is, portraits. Where are my portraits at? And I might have them here. Yep, let's do a handout. I wonder if this image will transfer. It will. That's her. I don't know. Did I show anybody? No. Okay. That's the one. So they haul Emmett off to the Pokey. And that's where we're going to call it for the night.
Oh, boy.
Because this is a good spot. He's already got his 16th position. He's supposed to joust Audrin today, but not from jail. Everybody will get a skill roll on a skill that you used. It didn't have to be successful. You could have failed to roll, but you still get to roll because you can learn through mistakes. But you do have to kind of justify it with something that was important. It's not just some random skill, like awareness might be a good one to roll, or intrigue, or
Stamina.
You cannot increase stamina. Stats
I
can't
was
be.
hoping I could slip that by you.
Yeah, stamina can't be increased that way. But there is something called condition. That is something. I think you guys made some condition rolls because you had to chase somebody.
I didn't get
I'll
to
take it.
roll a condition, but I did do a rhetoric, and that's
Yeah, rhetoric's a
between
good one.
rhetoric and
Yeah,
intrigue.
and intrigue and rhetoric.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of awareness, but my intrigue's lower, or my rhetoric's lower, so.
Yeah.
Well, the awareness comes up a lot, so I'm happy to get a few more.
Yeah, awareness is. Plus, don't forget, you're going to get a big allotment of points at the end of the month.
I've been practicing awareness.
That's right.
You know,
And you're passed out. What? What? No, it's the old get 'em drunk joke. No, yeah, yeah. We'll start from the arrest next week.
Okay.
Awesome.
I noticed something in the interface that's on the character sheets that doesn't figure it right correctly.
Which
It's not a big deal.
which item?
Down under the combat profile,
Yep.
when you get your load carried, the total weight,
Yep.
that's supposed to be divided by endurance, rounded off to the nearest whole number. It rounds it up every time for the encumbrance penalty. instead of rounding off to the nearest number.
Well,
It's a small thing, but I don't know what the penalties, I don't know how they work specifically. But
So encumbrance, you're saying the encumbrance is rounding up every time?
every time it rounds up.
Okay, let's double
So-
check.
When I messed with it for a little while, so I ended up with 4.1, it still became a 5.
Okay. Let's verify this,
Okay.
because it might be. That's attribute testing. Conflict encumbrance. Load divided by endurance, rounded off. Yeah, so it shouldn't be rounded up.
Right. I thought, geez, if I don't take my hatchet or my battle axe or my hand axe, and I don't take the dagger and I don't take some water skins, because I'm really close on the weight, and I had to get below 4 to get a 4.
Under
down the-
settings, I was thinking there was an address. Okay, I'll have to look into it, but I thought there was an address to send a report
Oh, yeah.
to the guy that makes the sheets
Yeah.
so that he can look into that or whatever.
I don't have it under my settings.
Yeah, I don't see it either, so it might have been an older one.
I checked it by unclicking lots of stuff, and I would get the results each time that were rounded up.
No, it's probably just a miscalculation or something like that added in the math. Oh. Okay, well,
Yeah.
everybody got their skill rolls made?
Yeah.
Okay, we got the awareness, the rhetoric, and the awareness. Okay. All right, well, I'll see you guys next week, and we'll see what happens to Sir Emmett and his betrothed and Sir Audrin and all of that.
Okay.
All right. You
Thank
guys,
you.
Yep, you have a good night.
Guys, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Okay. Wonder if I could. Do that. Okay, maybe if I do this. Maybe there's a refresh button. Deactivate, right? And then activate. Oh. For some reason it's not activating my camera. But that's because I deactivated it before we started streaming for the game. I hope you guys all enjoyed the I hope you all enjoyed the what you call it? I don't even know. The game. And we play every Wednesday, 7 to 11 Central Time, which for some people, like Steve, it goes on till late at night, like midnight, because he's in, I guess, not Central Time. He's in, what do they call that, Mountain Time? It's the middle U.S. So it's actually an hour later for no, Indiana. Wait a second. It should be an hour later on Eastern time, right? It should be 8 to midnight Eastern. I'm trying to do my math. So yeah, so he must be on Eastern time, unfortunately. And because he has to work so early in the morning, he can't stay up that late. But that's, that's unfortunate for him, but we'll continue to play from 7 to 11. And also, guys, if you're here at the end and you're enjoying this stream, if you want to participate, we've got an opening. So you're welcome to send me an email or drop me a message in Roll20 that you're interested in joining the game. We can make a character and get you plugged in. Let me know. It might be a time. So like you might send a message, I might finally see it, and then we schedule a time to make a character, and then hopefully we could do all that in time for the immediate next game or whatever. But otherwise you would just be pushed back to the next game after that. But low magic, medieval role playing. There are monsters. The players just haven't encountered any of those yet. All right, guys. Well, I will see you next week.